Feeling kinda lucky. This record company likes me. Never thought my songs would tap their heart.
But now they want to put an animal mask on me. And they want me to lip sync my songs. Oh, fart.
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
It's
So weird in my Cheetah Girls.
Wow. Y'all are improv masters. Burn, 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 burn. I like it when it claps. Burn, 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 burn.
Welcome, everybody, to the DCOM Duo podcast.
I'm Benji.
I'm Kelsey. And today, there's a third person.
Oh my god, there's a Kelsey too. Say hi, Kelsey too.
I'm actually Courtney, and if anything, Kelsey is Courtney too.
No, you're the fourth person on the podcast. I'm talking about Kelsey's clone that's sitting at the table right over here.
That is a completely different DCOM.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got my wires mixed up.
Dang.
Yes, today we have my very own sister, Courtney, my cheetah sister.
Cheetah girl, cheetah sister.
Cheetah girl, cheetah sister, but like for real life.
Yeah, you know.
Their spots aren't
we actually
different.
do look the same. So
Their spots are the same color.
Our spots are the same. No, you were the purple sister,
I was the purple sister,
and I was the pink
you were
sister.
the pink sister.
Yeah.
Extremely important.
We
Even
have-
though I hate
we-
the color purple.
That's why you're wearing purple and a purple headband today.
No, I was the pink sister.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you saying I'm claiming purple now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Purple is your favorite color, and purple is my least favorite color, so it works out.
I also love pink now.
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm so lucky to be here. It's not like I absolutely demanded to be on this podcast for very specific episodes. Or
Yeah, so obviously we grew up watching Disney Channel original movies together.
Mm-hmm.
And a few years ago, I want to say, it was like winter break or something. We were home during college.
It was like COVID time because Disney Plus had just come out. And we were both home from winter break.
And we're like, what if we watch all three Cheetah Girls in one day? And we did.
Yeah, and I was like, I did not remember anything from this movie. And
No,
then when I
for real,
rewatched it
for
for
real.
this, I also did not remember anything from this movie. So it was like a brand new movie to me.
I feel like I just really know Cheetah Girls 2 really well.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And so, yeah, rewatching Cheetah Girls 1 is kind of insane.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's so weird. Yeah.
But, other DCOMs, what are your other experiences and, like, memories? Do you have a favorite?
We watched a lot of them on premiere night. Like, that was, like, such a big deal for us for some reason. Usually it was, like, when our other sisters were over, it was, like, always their weekend somehow. So it was always, like, our older sisters watching it with us.
Yeah.
And it was, like, a big deal. I remember watching Xenon 3 or something.
Z3.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Halloween Town is always a favorite of mine. I know y'all are Halloween Town haters.
We are
Halloween Town haters.
I will always love Halloween Town. High School Musical, I remember watching and like not really liking it, but then everyone at school loved it.
I was obsessed with it.
You
also
switched
had
your
to-
brain.
I also had to pretend to love it, and I like learned all the choreography because I was trying so hard to make friends. You know,
We like watched the dance along.
Yeah, exactly.
I was obsessed with it, and then we watched the High School Musical 2 premiere.
Yeah,
that was a big deal.
I participated in the vote, and
Oh,
I
okay.
think I picked Raven-Symoné, and I was a little bit peeved when it was Miley Cyrus.
She was an option because Benji.
I think so.
In Benji's
When I did a
research-
good amount of research for the High School Musical 2 episode, it turns out it's like essentially lost media what exactly the votes were on. What I could find definitively was like from someone else's work was the only options were what Hannah Montana starred you want to be a part of it. So do you want Miley Cyrus or Jason Earls?
Because High School Musical 2 right after was the premiere of Hannah Montana.
No, it was the Hannah
Right?
Montana Jonas Brothers episode. Is what premiered
okay.
after.
It was what do you want Chad's shirt to say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
What sandwich do you want Troy to eat?
Yeah.
Yep.
And what guest star do you want to appear? And I swear to God, Raven-Symoné was on it. But also, this was
I'm not-
2006, and I did it on my mom's work computer.
I am not gonna say you're wrong. It's like lost media,
Yeah.
so People
that's
don't
interesting.
know for a fact. What I could find, people were saying it's just what Hannah Montana star, which is really funny because in what world does Miley Cyrus not win that?
Exactly. I want, what's her name?
Emily Osment.
I want, what's Jackson?
Jason Earls.
Yeah, I want that 35-year-old man.
Yeah. Go have
In High
him
School
dance for
Musical.
like 1 second and all for one.
I was so mad. I'm like, is that my thing? I guess so. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, in what world was Miley not gonna win?
I genuinely don't think they filmed a different one version.
No.
I think it was rigged from the beginning.
I think it was rigged from the beginning.
Not to be a truther on this podcast or anything. But
What is this podcast except for seeking truth?
exactly. You know.
That's all we do. We seek truth and occasionally talk about Disney Channel original movies.
Sometimes. And 9/11.
Well, there was a movie about.
There was a
9/11.
movie 9/11. We have an excuse for that podcast. The like 5 other times I've brought it up, less excusable.
More relevant than you think.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're talking about.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the Cheetah
Girls.
Girls. Yeah, if you didn't know.
Yes. So we can get into it. We definitely don't have fan mail, not that we ever do, but
We're filming this before 13th Year came out.
Yeah, we're literally doing 13th Year and Cheetah Girls recordings like back to back because this is when Courtney could come out to see us. So
yeah, I'm busy.
yeah. So, if you have any thoughts you would like to send us, email us at thedcomduo@gmail.com or comment somewhere.
Yeah.
Just in the void. We'll find you.
We'll find you.
Just send us a bottle.
Carrier pigeons
we will
are
send
acceptable.
Yeah, smoke signals, whatever you got. Morse code, sure.
Yeah. All right, Benji.
I did
the factos.
I did the factos today.
Factos?
Woo! Yeah, I
also
know.
Usually
briefly looked at the Wikipedia.
I mean, that's all the factos really is. It's only hard when people don't have a Wikipedia page, which happens more often than I would like. This movie released August 15th, 2003.
Crazy. Nice.
I was 4.
6, yeah.
Yeah, so
I had
if I
just
was-
started kindergarten. We had not quite moved into our house yet.
Yeah. Our mother is like obsessed with Raven-Symoné.
She
And
is.
because of that, so Raven. So that just in more context.
Had That's How Raven come out yet?
I don't know. I'm sure Benji knows.
I don't have the
dang.
dates on
feel
it
like
between there.
In my brain, That's So Raven was like 2004.
Which
2003, it says.
Damn.
So it was like the same year.
same year. I was gonna say it feels like roughly around the same time to me.
I feel like it's like a Corbin Blue jump in High School Musical situation. You know, like you want to release something.
Yeah.
Close together.
And she had already done stuff beforehand. But before we jump into that, I should mention this is the 46th DCOM. So
2003, there was already 46. That's insane.
Oh my God.
yeah, the 2000, 2001, 2002 is like the peak time. It's that is where the heaviest amount of DCOMs was.
They were just throwing everything at the wall.
Yeah.
For real.
What stuck.
Yeah.
The director of the film is Oz Scott. He's a TV show director since the 80s. He's still active today. Like, he does a lot, but he really just does like TV shows. He doesn't do many films or anything. So this kind of stands out a little bit. I mean, he does some other TV
Was this
movies.
his film debut as a director?
I don't believe so. I think he did other TV films before this.
Oh, okay.
But
fine.
it's mainly TV shows. The shows that he's done include The Jeffersons, CSI New York, Black Lightning, Gotham, and the one Disney Channel show I could find was Lizzie McGuire.
Love Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
This movie does have a lot of Lizzie McGuire vibes.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
No, it feels similar to that. It's this thing about how this movie really is like the first musical DCOM, and that became just such a
Yes.
staple
Is it really?
beyond.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
like this
gosh.
one was really the starter kind of feeler, I think, that they had, and they're like, put Raven-Symoné in, she's gonna be our next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 years later was High School Musical. Wasn't that 2006?
That's my gut
I
says
wanna say
7, but I might be
2006.
6 might be right
I think
actually.
it was like Christmas 2006.
2006, January 20th, 2006.
January 2006.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm extra right.
Yeah.
I know it was during the winter.
Yeah, and it came out.
It's a
and it
New Year's
starts-
film, if
yeah,
anything.
Exactly.
It starts like it's winter semester right after New Year's. Yeah.
But that's a different movie. Let's get back to Cheetah Girls.
We keep not talking about Cheetah Girls.
Playing
There's not a lot of
The
original-
role of Galleria Garibaldi. All the names. I don't know.
Galleria Garibaldi. She's Italian.
Also,
She's Italian,
also
yeah.
goes by Bubbles occasionally
Yeah,
because
AKA
every one of
Bubbles.
every single one of the girls has a nickname.
Really? Even Aqua?
Aqua is her nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is Raven-Symoné. We've already mentioned her a bit. If you knew anyone in this film, it's probably Raven-Symoné. She's best known for That's So Raven, where she was the star of, and then also Raven's Home, which was the continuation. It's not really a reboot because it's a different show.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel show.
You think Fuller House isn't a reboot either?
Fuller House is a sequel.
Fuller House is a sequel.
Okay, a sequel series.
Because it's not
a reboot. A reboot would be the same characters.
True. Okay, so if it's like...
It's not the gritty, dark reboot on CW. It's Fuller House, the sequel.
If it's like the same actors coming back as the same characters, it's like a sequel.
You know, it was like that era of Disney Channel where they're trying to peak on nostalgia of these millennial parents who now have children watching Disney Channel.
Yeah, and now they're doing Wizards.
Yes, which I'm not going to watch.
No.
So Raven-Symoné is a Disney Channel icon, star at the moment. Honestly, if you had to like put my gun to my head, I would say she is the biggest Disney Channel person. Like, not in terms of big outside, but big inside.
Yeah.
How
At
much was a part of...
I think pre-Hannah Montana, she was like the it girl for sure.
Yeah, especially because she did multiple things, whereas like Miley Cyrus
just did Hannah Montana.
Yeah, Raven-Symoné was
Selena
in
Gomez,
the music video for that song on Lion King 1.5. So
Selena Gomez more or less just did Wizards.
Yeah, I mean
Selena Gomez and the vibe or whatever.
My counter argument is Brenda Song.
Brenda Song's a good counter argument.
DCOM queen.
Yeah,
she is DCOM queen.
She is DCOM queen.
But you know what? Raven-Symoné is also a DCOM queen. We have already covered Raven-Symoné. She was in Xenon. She's also in Z3. That's Xenon the Third.
She's
Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement.
It's not a DCOM.
She's in Cheetah Girls 2. She's in Kim Possible So the Drama. And she's in Big City Greens the movie Spacecation. Out of every person we have like noted in this series, she's the person in the most Disney Channel original movies.
And 2 of them are voice acting.
And like one of those... They're kind of like small roles in the voice acting.
Yeah, and both of her voice acting, so Kim Possible and Big City Greens, she has like a couple lines.
It's much more of a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
So but she's still there.
It's still there, and it's still like a cast she's bringing back from the shows.
Yeah.
That exists.
And That's So Raven was like a cultural moment.
Yeah.
Like it was such a good show.
It was.
Like so much that our mother loves. That's So Raven. It crossed generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed through a lot of the rest because again we've talked about Raven more. This is her movie. This would be the most Raven we're really gonna talk about.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that. Other films include Dr. Dolittle, as mentioned, Princess Diaries 2,
Royal Engagement.
Yep. Other TV show appearances included The Cosby Show and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That was really her pre-Disney Channel start. She was a former host of The View.
Mm-hmm.
She is now currently, since the last time we talked about her, become the game show host of the CW game show Scrabble, which is a reboot of an old...
Did they just play Scrabble?
Not exactly.
Sounds like it.
As someone who has fallen into Scrabble YouTube as a rabbit hole...
I need a full deep dive on Scrabble lore right now. Actually, cut the podcast.
It's pretty great. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten into it.
Oh, God.
It's just kind of like trying to make the best Scrabble. You get a position, you try to make the best Scrabble moves based on the letters that you're given. It's much more
like speed Scrabble, sort of.
Kind of. It doesn't seem like that great of a show.
Right.
But Raven's
on it. And since this is a musical, I should mention each of these girls' musical success. And Raven was decently successful. Nothing crazy or anything.
Lion King 1.5.
Was she?
Direct to DVD. She was in the music video. She did the song.
Oh, damn. All right.
She did do a song for that.
Same time, actually. Around this time. Yeah.
Wow.
She was in the moment. Okay.
She had 2 solo albums that hit the Billboard Top 200, which is not that, not that bad at all. She had the song That's What Little Girls Are Made Of, which featured Missy Elliott, and that reached number 68 on the Billboard Top 100 singles.
I feel like I've heard this song before.
That's what little girls are made of.
I feel like they played it on like Disney Radio.
They probably did.
They probably did.
That was always such a treat. Disney Radio.
When we're on a plane.
Radio Disney.
Radio Disney, yeah. We're on a plane.
We're like, yes. Radio Disney.
I don't have to listen to KS95 with my mom. Or talk radio with my dad.
Yeah.
K-Fan. Shout out K-Fan.
Shout out K-Fan.
Raven-Symoné is pretty good overall as a per actor.
Yeah.
I feel like she always is something that's a joy to watch on screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's as much as I have to say about her right now.
Yep.
All right. Playing the role of Chanel or Chuchi Simmons is Adrienne Bailon. Bailon. I should have looked up the pronunciation, but too late. We're running it live.
We're doing it live.
She was also in Buffalo Dreams. So
I think I vaguely remember that. I've seen Buffalo Dreams one time.
The 3 Cheetah Girls and Buffalo Dreams. So 4 DCOMs.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a part of the girl group 3LW.
Oh.
Prior to Cheetah Girls, that's how she got recruited onto it. She comes from being a pop girly.
What does LW stand for?
I think it's 3 Little Women.
That's so funny.
Yeah. That's what I believe it is. That group had 2 top 30 albums and 4 top 100 songs.
Sorry, we're spoiling ourselves.
We found some hot tea that you're probably going to tell us about right now.
You're literally going to tell us about it. It's
okay. Beyond that, she hasn't really done that much acting. It's much more been music in that early career.
That makes sense.
She did like a couple stints on That's So Raven and Raven's Home, mainly probably just as a, hey, this is someone who was on Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Watch the show.
She was at Disney Channel Games.
Yeah.
She was in Disney Channel Games.
I distinctly remember her being in a lot of like bumpers for Disney Channel. Like, but not specifically movies, just like, hey, I'm Adrienne.
I'm
and you're watching Disney Channel for like 10 years. And it's like, okay, cool.
Otherwise, she's been like a TV host. She was for 10 years was the Emmy-winning daytime host of the syndicated show The Real. I don't know much about it, but winning an Emmy, daytime Emmy.
It's like a knockoff version of The View.
There's something like that.
I think Tia and or Tamara Mowry was also on The Real. I don't know which one.
I was gonna say, wasn't she on The View? And it makes sense that no, she was on this show instead, because I've seen clips of her on shows like that.
Yeah, she later was also a co-anchor of E! News for Entertainment Network. So that's kind of what she's done more lately.
Nice.
All right, playing Aqua or Aquanet Walker.
I had no idea her full name was Aquanet.
I don't know if they say it a single time.
No, they just say Aqua.
Yeah, is Keely Williams. She was also a part of the 3LW group.
What?
That's what we gasped about. Yeah. We looked up.
Like, wait a second.
We looked up 3LW and we're like, oh, that's Keely Williams also.
I try to keep anything surprising from you. You have a computer at your fingertips. What am I supposed to do? Yeah. She has minimal acting credits outside of the Cheetah Girls. Also, just mainly was the music stuff, but didn't have as much success beyond that. She did some web series with our final Cheetah Girl, who I'll talk about shortly. And otherwise was a contestant on the show BET Presents The Encore, which was just a reality show trying to make a hip-hop supergroup.
Oh, so it's like making the band, but specifically for hip-hop.
Yeah. Okay.
So she was a part of that and became like part of the final band Blueprint, which didn't even have a Wikipedia page. They weren't popular, but the show was popular enough, like people watched it.
Fair.
Yeah. And then our last Cheetah Girl is Dorinda or Do.
Or Do Re Mi.
Or Do Re Mi. Dorinda Thomas, played by Sabrina Bryan. She was purely a dancer prior to Cheetah Girls. She didn't really do. I couldn't find like any acting, any singing before that.
Which in the movie they're like, you're only here to dance.
You're the dancey girl.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like when they made the casting call, they were like, we're gonna look for a dancer.
We need a dancer.
Yeah. Hasn't done much acting outside of Cheetah Girls. She was a few episodes on Disney Channel shows such as Fish Hooks and The Jersey, but otherwise not much. And she was on Dancing with the Stars twice. She did well one season and came back for an all-star season.
Because she's a dancer?
Because she's a dancer, probably. Crazy. And then she was a correspondent for Dancing with the Stars for E! News for 3 seasons.
Whoa.
Like talking Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah. So, you either know her for Cheetah Girls or Dancing with the Stars.
That's crazy.
That's like all she really has.
She's a dancy girl.
Yeah. I didn't put this down in here, but Sabrina Bryan and Keely Williams, one of them was in the other's wedding. They're like the friendship that were the strongest between them. That's why, and they were like doing the web series together outside of this. And also they're the ones with the least success outside of Cheetah Girls. So
they gotta stick together, you know.
They are sisters. All right. Now for the non-Cheetah Girls, like the rest of the people in the movie, the normies. Yeah. Playing Dorothea Galleria's mother is Lynn Whitfield. She's a full-on Emmy winner. She won lead actress in a limited series for the Josephine Baker story and like has several other award-winning performances. Not that they're Emmys, but that's kind of cool. And otherwise, a lot of film and TV roles on things I don't really recognize that much. Stuff that I don't follow, not really my genre, but like a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff that are more bigger names. Like still acting to this day. Just did a 12-episode run on The Chi.
The Chi? CHI?
It's Chicago.
I don't
know.
I said Chi because I knew it was about Chicago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't even know what it was.
They call it Chai Rap, so I think it's the Chai.
The Chai.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she has an upcoming role in The Eyes of Wakanda, which is another Marvel show.
Oh,
that
show.
makes sense.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus, probably.
She's gonna be butt. That's all.
That's Lynn Whitfield for you.
Galleria's mom is in it.
That's true. She is really good. I love Galleria's mom.
Yeah.
I have too many notes on these people. Playing Francobolo Garibaldi.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
The Galleria's father is Juan Chiorin, who has one of the weirdest like resumes that I've gotten to put down on here because his primary thing he's done has just been a Canadian Shakespeare actor, like just in one of these like long-running productions of Shakespeare productions in Canada.
Is he even Italian?
I don't think so.
He's a Canadian?
Kieran? That doesn't sound Italian to me.
Yeah, I know he works in Canada.
Juan?
That's not an Italian name, is it?
No, but you know.
Yeah, he's had 17 major roles at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival from 1986 to 2012. That's as far as I looked.
Galleria's wacky Italian dads really like To Be or Not to Be.
And then the other thing that he's done is he has had like 500 different episode appearances across various young children's animated TV shows as a voice actor. So this guy either does Shakespeare, he either does Shakespeare or like preschool kids television.
Yeah,
he has range.
You gotta, you know.
And he's just a lovable father here. Yeah. I don't know why that's really funny. The distinction between that when that's entirely like the essential basics of his entire
that's crazy
resume. Wow.
Catch him on Baby Genius or whatever.
Playing the role of Juanita Simmons, that's Chanel's mother, is Lori Ann Alter, who has done mostly just minor episodes and roles. Nothing too notable. We got to start getting through some of these people.
Just a woman.
Just a woman.
She exists. She wants to know who doesn't have a mom. Playing Jackal Johnson.
Yeah.
The record producer is Vince Carrazza.
That's an Italian.
He is in 2 other DCOMs.
Hell yeah.
He's in Quince.
Yeah, he's the agent, isn't he?
I knew that son of a bitch looked familiar.
And he's in Jet Jackson the movie. He's also in the Jet Jackson show.
Okay. Was he like the agent in that one too?
I don't exactly remember. I think he works on the TV show.
I think he's his agent. I think this man is exclusively an agent.
He got typecast in Disney Channel original movies as the sleazy manager, producer.
Wouldn't be the first person we've seen get typecast in a Disney Channel film.
Yeah.
The fact they keep bringing back the one guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as just grumpy neighbor. We've seen that in like 5 different DCOMs.
I love that.
It's insane.
Yeah. Other notable roles for him is he had voice roles in Braceface, the English dub of Sailor Moon, and in Kingdom Hearts.
Who was he in Sailor Moon?
He's like a main character in it.
Like the guy?
I don't think he's the guy.
Also, Kingdom Hearts is a lot of people like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. I didn't put that name down, but I can look
at.
it.
Dope show though. Love Braceface. It's about this girl who has braces, and sometimes like wacky things happen.
That's not what I expected the art style to be.
I feel like it was on like Teen Nick or something.
It looks like Winx Club.
It's basically Winx Club, but like worse. And also like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the animated series, but worse.
Yeah.
Michael Cera?
Michael Cera was in Braceface?
That's crazy. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
He was Tuxedo Mask / Darian Shields.
He was Tuxedo Mask. That's crazy. He's the guy.
Wow.
Damn. Wow.
Pretty fun.
Like I saw enough to know it was a big deal, but I have not followed any Sailor Moon in my life.
Okay.
So
love Sailor Moon.
Yeah. All right. Playing the role of the talent show director / music teacher, Drink a Champagne.
Oh my god.
Love the name.
Drink a champagne.
Drink a champagne.
It sounds like a drag name.
It does. It should be a drag name.
Is Sandra Caldwell. She started out her career as a showgirl. She was working at Moulin Rouge, like the Moulin Rouge.
In France?
Yes. Yes, which is kind of wild.
Ooh la la.
After that, she went back to Canada, did various Canadian TV shows and Broadway productions. Nothing all too notable. But in 2020, she was a part of the documentary Disclosure: Trans Lives on Screen, where she detailed her career as being a trans woman in media who was not publicly out until 2017.
Wow.
Drink a champagne as a trans woman.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That.
No, I found that.
crazy.
I thought that was wild because it's something where, again, with society at this time in 2003, are you going to cast your former pop star, like turned music teacher, as a trans woman? No, but that's very interesting.
Yeah, she was
They
so
couldn't even
stealth.
tell.
Unclockable queen. I
Yeah.
love that for her.
I found that fascinating. It's one of the like fun little facts I found through this research.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Now for our love interest
Mhm.
/ just a little bit of psycho boy, Derek.
Derek.
Love Derek.
It's Kyle Schmid.
Schmid.
He was the lead role in Alley Cat Strike, which we'll talk about him more there. He deserves more attention there.
Okay, yeah.
Is that like a bowling movie?
Yes.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
DCOM.
Yeah.
It's bowling DCOM, and he like loves bowling and messing around with his friends. And then the jock, that's like in every sport, has to also be on the bowling team to like beat the rival town.
Damn.
And the sexual tension between these two
It's
boys.
palpable.
No, I wish.
They kiss.
They do in my heart. We will cover that another day.
Damn. Maybe I watch Alley Cat
You you should watch it. It's pretty great.
It not to spoil our rankings too much. It's in our top 10.
It's really
We really
fun.
like it.
Especially as a house, our college house, like we watched this movie and it changed our lives.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Other stuff that he was in, just to run through quick. He had TV show roles in Six, Being Human, Copper, The Island, Big Sky, and film appearances in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, The Pacifier, and The Covenant.
The pacifier.
I know all of these movies. We watched The Pacifier 5 minutes at a time, driving home or driving to school.
Yeah, I remember that. That was incredible. I love that movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
And
Yeah.
this guy.
Derek?
Kyle Schmid.
Icon.
All right. Finally, I've got Mrs. Bosco.
Bosco breadstick.
Yeah.
Dorinda's foster mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Kim Roberts. She was other small roles in DCOM, such as Get a Clue, Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, Jump In, and Zombies.
Whoa.
Is she the DCOM queen?
What the hell? She's in 5.
She's in 5
Is she
DCOM.
tied for first with Brenda Song?
I mean, if we're counting this, like immediately Raven-Symoné has been 6. We already talked about her
Okay.
there.
But this is like
There's
appearance
And
is not
these are
just voice
small.
acting.
These
Yeah.
are smaller roles too.
I do not even recognize her in like her appearances in any of the other movies.
She just slips into a role.
Yeah,
Never really
it's really
know.
just small roles within this. This is the
Damn.
first one because we've covered a couple of those, and I think this is the first one where she was big enough to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Her most notable role is probably being the mayor in Paw Patrol.
Damn.
Nice.
The evil mayor or the good mayor?
The cat mayor.
We
or
just
the-
learned about Paw Patrol lore at Christmas.
Our nephew loves Paw Patrol, so we were learning about all
Yeah,
the characters.
we were like, so what? Do these dogs have jobs? Are they humans? There's one human,
and then there's like the cat versions of the Paw Patrol people.
and they're evil.
The Paw Patrol
And they do
role, I
evil
can't
versions of the
believe it's
jobs.
exactly what I would expect it to be, which means it's not at all what I expected to be.
Exactly.
Mayor Goodway. That sounds like the good mayor to me.
Okay.
Or is that just a cover?
If you got some sick, nasty Paw Patrol lore, leave it in the comments below.
Other notable projects she had small roles on include Handmaid's Tale.
Love him.
That's why I just pulled up her
Who's she in
IMDb.
Handmaid's
I want to
Tale?
know who she is in Handmaid's Tale.
She's probably just like a Martha.
I think it's a 1 episode
Okay.
role.
I just saw in Zombies she's Eliza's mom, so that makes sense. Oh, she's Christine in 1 episode
I
of Handmaid's Tale.
could not tell you.
Nope. What episode was it? Season 1, episode 7. She is Christine.
Okay, I'll look out for her next time I rewatch
Yeah,
Handmaid's
that's
Tale.
She also has like Schitt's Creek, Saw 3, Saw 4, Doodlebops.
Doodlebops! Bobs.
The motherfucking Doodle Bobs.
I love the Doodle Bobs.
Love the Doodle Bobs.
Yeah. All right, that's what I got for the cast.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you got a lot of fun facts.
I do have a lot of fun facts. There's a lot to say about this movie, and honestly, I probably could have included more in here. But first, I gotta say it, and I'm gonna say it here, and I'll try not to mention the rest of the movie, even though it's funny to me throughout the whole movie. The girls are almost always wearing leopard print, not cheetah print.
Cheetah's hard to come by, okay?
And they're very similar.
And leopard print just looks more distinct and more iconic.
Yeah.
So I get the choice. It was definitely a choice. It's not a goof, but it's fascinating. It's really funny to me. Yeah. This movie is based on a book series. It's written by Deborah Gregory. There's a whole book series, and I don't think this necessarily covers any of the specific books. I think it's more so just based on the characters.
Yeah.
From what I could tell.
I didn't read the book, so I couldn't tell you.
The biggest difference that I could find, the most notable one, is in the book series, there's 5 girls in the group. So they cut a girl. This is because they couldn't find someone to play Anjanette, who's Aqua's twin. Aqua is supposed to have a twin sister that's also in the group.
Aquanet and Anjanette.
Yep.
Yeah. That sucks. I'm glad actually that you absorbed the twin.
They wanted to cast them, but couldn't find any twins that they liked enough to put into the role.
Also, twins are busy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they did consider Tia and Tamara for it.
I feel like were they too young?
What I heard was they thought they were too sophisticated for the role.
Sophisticated.
That was the wording I found, which I thought was
Isn't that, like,
a
Aqua's
weird
whole thing.
Yeah, she's like smart
And like preppy, and she's cares
from
about
Texas.
germs. Yeah.
But she also got attitude.
Yeah, she does.
Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah.
She says that.
Whitney Houston's one of the principal producers of the film.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also, Cinderella with Brandy. This was a good time for Whitney Houston as a producer.
Yes.
Other people that were considered for the film include Naya Rivera, Journey Smollett, and Solange Knowles. So some big names that became there later.
This was like supposed to be the movie, I guess.
They really were breaching far and wide within casting, and then decided on 2 girls from the same girl group.
Yeah.
That like nobody remembers. I love that.
Yeah.
They were probably the cheapest, so go off.
The soundtrack album for this movie peaked at number 33 on the Billboard 200. It went double platinum.
Hell yeah.
It is a dope soundtrack.
Disney was not planning initially to release the soundtrack because they had never done one for a DCOM before. They didn't think people were going to care for it. But this is the first real musical they had. So they said, okay, we'll give it a try. And they did not regret it because it did very well.
I would kill for a Halloween Town soundtrack album, though.
Yeah. I'm mentioning this here even though it's more so for the whole series and everything. There was a Game Boy Advance and 2 Nintendo DS games made out of the film series.
I don't think we owned.
We didn't own it, but I think one of our friends did.
Okay.
Like Amanda or something.
Ooh.
Alexis.
Out of the songs performed by the Cheetah Girls, there is one that's a cover. I believe the rest are originals.
You know, I would think Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters is original.
Imagine you wrote Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters, and then it got fucking ripped off in some Disney Channel original movie, and you're like, what the hell?
Cinderella was originally sung and released by the group I-5.
Oh my god, you're telling me that Galleria Gabriela did not write Cinderella?
I know. It's funny because the show, or the movie, very much wants you to believe
it's
original,
yeah.
Which is fascinating. It's like the other ones they'll let you believe is theoretically a cover. But that one they keep saying, like, I wrote that. I wrote Cinderella is like a line in the movie.
It is. And what's crazy too is that it's the best one.
It is
the best one.
And it's the one that
goes
was
so
not
hard, actually.
It's because they ripped it off from another girl group.
Well,
like,
I mean, they covered it. It's a cover.
It's a cover and they act like it's original.
So, at release, out of the 46 Disney Channel original movies, this was the most watched. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
They also played the Cinderella music video in the bumpers constantly.
I can imagine.
For weeks.
Well, we'll talk about this during the movie, but like all of the musical numbers are filmed like music videos.
Which I love. It's a great directorial decision.
Yeah.
So good.
And so it's so easy to just put them in the commercials of Disney Channel because it already looks like a music video.
Yeah.
One thing I want to mention, back, when we were watching all these originally, I started forming a list of every like original song in Disney Channel, so mainly like the musicals. the original Cheetah Girls soundtrack, at least when I was working on this, was very hard to find. It wasn't available on Spotify. Like Cinderella is not available on Spotify. I can fact check that right now.
I mean, I just listened to it on Spotify.
Okay, so maybe it is now.
Yeah,
but at the time,
it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just like shitty YouTube.
Okay,
clips.
it's here now. But like back when I was working on it, the Cheetah Girls first movie was like not available, and that sucked. But now I can add it to my DCOM playlist. Thank God, full circle. Because I've just been missing like the 4 songs that they perform in the movie. I just haven't had in my playlist, and it was tragic.
That is tragic.
So now I will add it. Hooray!
All right, and then finally, you ready to hear the Disney Plus description?
Yes.
All right, it's not as short as 13th Year was.
This is very long.
It's like,
meet the Cheetah Girls: Raven-Symoné, Adrian Bailey, and Kaylee Williams, Sabrina Bryan. 4 New York teens facing the challenges of growing up as they dance and sing their way toward an elusive record deal.
No, that
Toward
elusive.
that elusive record deal.
cut, reprint.
As the girls gear up to rehearse for the school's talent competition, they're discovered by famous record producer Jackal Johnson. But the feisty foursome soon learn that their big break is not what they expected, as Jackal wants to remake them into something they're not. Very vague about that. Ultimately, the path to stardom challenges their friendship, and the girls must find a way to come together to achieve their dreams. Packed with hot songs and cool moves, these darling divas steal the show in this hit Disney Channel movie.
I love that.
They put their whole ass into this description.
This is definitely the back of the DVD box.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
That makes sense. I'm like, are they trying to meet word count? Like,
is 13th year just like Brian turns 13?
Yeah, literally, it's like something crazy is happening to Brian. That's not his name. What was his name? Cody.
I was pretty close.
Something crazy is happening to Cody. The end.
Normally these are like awkwardly long, and this fits the awkwardly long, although they don't normally have that last line of packed with hot songs and cool moves.
Sick jams, wicked beats.
This hit Disney Channel movie.
Urban hip-hop
I get like these don't say a lot about what these movies are or anything, but it's endlessly fascinating to me to see how different some of these descriptions are. Someone wrote these at some point. Yeah. This is before AI could write these.
Yeah.
True.
Well, maybe now.
When
they release new ones.
AI would say hot songs and whatever.
Hot songs and cool moves.
Cool moves.
You ready to jump into the movie?
I've never been more ready to Tiger Cruise into a movie in my life.
Oh, I like Tiger Cruise. That movie. 9/11. All right.
I mean, it's in this one as well. In theory, in our
heart. It
is
in New York. It takes place in New York.
It was filmed in 2002.
Oh, shit.
9/11's relevant. It's because it's in the cultural zeitgeist.
It's like the whole ending, actually.
Yeah.
Like the first responders and everything, and they're all dancing.
Yeah, you can't tell me this is not partially a 9/11 movie.
I think 100%.
I agree.
End of podcast. All right, so we open up a city shot of New York. The song starts. So we open up on one of their performances, again filmed a lot like a music video.
When we say that, it's like
this is the first note I wrote. Incredible outfits.
They will do these cuts within these music videos where it's only for the songs, but they will just film it like the most stereotypical 2000s
Dutch
music
angle.
video. Dutch angles, the close-ups, the fishbowl like lens.
The,
Lazy
like
Susan. Lazy Susan.
And they're like,
and they're all doing their power poses behind whoever's singing.
This is an audio podcast, but we're dancing.
We're dancing, and they're like, they put their heads right up to the camera, like,
we're from New York.
Yeah. Raven starts from, I'm sorry, Galleria. I start by typing Raven, then I'm like, I should say Galleria because that's her character.
I call her Raven the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Don't worry, we're not going to call her Bubbles. That's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Bubbles, Galleria, Raven, that's the same person.
Exactly.
They're performing for a kids' party.
Yeah, whose party is this?
I think they just tried to get hired in.
Considering we see later these kids beating up a cheetah pinata, I'm guessing they just were like looking online for anything related to cheetahs, and they found these girls called the Cheetah Girls.
Oh, it's a cheetah themed party.
They thought they were furries.
Yeah.
And, like clowns. And they're like,
it's just like 16-year-old girls. Well, actually, they're freshmen. They're like 14, 15 years old.
I feel like they do have a website. Don't they talk about having a website?
They get a bash site later.
That's true.
So maybe they have like, a website too.
Raven-Symoné would set up www.cheetahgirls.com.
Galleria absolutely would make her own Wikipedia page.
Exactly.
And then I wrote, they switch who's in front. So they take turns. They like rotate who gets to be in front. They're singing, shoot the moon, not the rain, even ride a hurricane.
Yeah, that
if
one.
you wanna, together we can.
And then whoopsie poopsies, they fall.
Aqua's boot gets like stuck.
Yeah, she's got those big Texas heels.
Yeah, they're like tall boots. She's always wearing these boots.
Yeah, she's from Texas.
She's from Texas. Look, she doesn't have much character. She's from Texas. She doesn't like the subway, and she carries hot sauce in her purse. And she's somewhat rude. That's all you get.
Yeah, it's like,
that's literally all we needed to talk about Aqua in this whole podcast if we wanted to.
I love her.
We love a girl where the other 3 people in the group have like dedicated solo scenes and Aqua has literally 0.
We don't even know where she lives. Like,
we don't.
And they're like, what's up with Dorinda's family? Like, nobody cares about Aqua's family at all.
I guess they're in Texas. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
They have like one line in like a scene coming up here that was wild hearing it for the first time actually in this movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. But first, like, the kids laugh at them, then we see the piñata. Whatever. Galleria is talking to the girls like, so what? We had some technical difficulties. Like, we're ready. And the other girls are like, I don't know. And then
for the big talent show.
Oh my god, this big talent show determines our life.
Galleria like pep talks about like, Dorinda, you're so good at dancing, and Aqua like, you're cool, and Chanel, you hit that high C.
Yeah, and I made the outfits.
And Aqua's like, I'm from Texas.
Literally.
Galleria really wants them to be the first freshman to win the talent show. Apparently, this talent show is a huge deal.
Yeah,
you get like a record.
You don't get a record deal. It seems more reasonable than a record deal.
Yeah,
it's like they will pay for some time in the studio, but I want to know what the comedian would have gotten.
Right.
Time in the studio.
He would have gotten a Comedy Central's Presents 30-minute set.
He gets to join the next roast on Comedy Central.
100%. I don't know if they directly say it, but they go to Manhattan Magnet, which I think is like an art school they've made up. So maybe it's important that they... I think it's like a Victorian
It does feel like a
situation.
rich person's school.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Dorinda's in it.
Yeah,
she's probably poor. Like a scholarship.
Yeah. Dance scholarship.
That's the only reason this talent show would ever...
be this important.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then the piñata bursts on them, but they just kind of laugh and go, cheetahs!
Cheetahs! You get ready to hear a lot about cheetahs. Nothing about the actual animal, but just cheetah-licious.
Cheetahs! Alright, now they're walking home on the streets of New York. Dorinda, like, makes some excuses for, like, not being able to practice. Like, they always talk about, like, Dorinda, where are you going? Like, why aren't you around? And we know it's because she's poor.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to talk about being poor.
Yeah. What if her rich friends think she's stupid and want to kick her out of the Cheetah Girls?
Oh my god.
And then Aqua's trying to take a taxi. She's like, I have to get to my NYU trig class.
This is like, we rewound to make sure we got this right. She's like, I gotta go. My class at NYU in trigonometry is about to start.
Oh my god.
She's a freshman in high school.
Yeah, is she doing like PSEO? Like
PSEO at NYU.
Like a really good school.
So she's smart? Oh my god.
Apparently she's been smart the whole time. And I feel like they've come back to that in the third movie. Because she's like, oh my god, tech support boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah, I'm spending $1,000 a minute texting my Indian boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she's going to her trig class at NYU and she has trouble calling the taxi. And they're like, Aqua, you've lived here for 6 months and you're still scared of the subway?
Wow.
Interesting note, she's only been here for 6 months and they're this like tight girl group. But then they kind of talk about how they just added Dorinda and Aqua.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like it was a former duo.
Yeah.
With Galleria
and they said we need to expand.
Yeah. And then Chanel calls the taxi for Aqua, and then Chanel tells Galleria, like, oh, it was so much easier when it was just the two of us. But Galleria's like, no, it's so good. We got Doe and Aqua. Like, now we're a real girl group. We're going to win a Grammy and work with cool music producers.
Yeah.
Girl, promise me when we make it, we'll get a big penthouse apartment, just you and me. Friends forever. Forever.
And then they hug in the middle of a sidewalk. And I'm like, get out of my way, I'm walking.
Those two would be terrible roommates.
They would.
There would have a lot of problems. I hope that doesn't happen.
Just the most annoying people you've ever met in your entire life.
Also, they're like 14,
exactly.
So it kind of makes sense.
Right.
All right, so Galleria and Chanel are still walking down, and they see like, oh, look, a poster for a new pop star. That's Jackal Johnson's new girl. Oh, let's start dancing. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone starts crowding around.
Yeah.
I fully expected at the end of this dance theme for like people to start paying them money, thinking it was a street performance. But no, somehow everyone knew it was. This is just New York.
Yeah. And then they all start clapping.
Yeah, they applaud them. And also, like, we hear music as an audience because it's a movie, but, like, they're on the street with no
they
music.
have no context for this. They saw one pop star in a poster.
This is something we have to accept about Cheetah Girls. The slang in this movie, we haven't really talked about it too much. It's a lot like Xenon, except for the fact that it's words that people actually use.
Yeah.
It's just so excessively applied that it feels weird and loses a lot of meaning, but in not necessarily a bad way, just in an interesting way.
And they talk at 1,000 miles a
Yes.
minute. It's so fast.
And
so
nothing in the like actual reactions of humans make a lot of sense, but it's consistent within the world.
Yeah.
So like I can accept
universe.
It's a kind of surreal movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's just weird about it.
It's a strange movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this scene feels like something Galleria would say at lunch that happened, but was like a total fabrication.
And then we danced and everybody loved it.
And everyone clapped. Oh my god. Yeah, you're all so talented.
Yeah. But it actually happened. And then Galleria sees a dog who looks just like her dog.
Yeah, I think it's the same dog.
I think
they did not want to hire another dog. It's the same Bichon Frise.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, I have to go take care of Toto.
Oh my god, my dog's a piss on the floor.
So Galleria gets home and she apologizes to her mom, like, I'm sorry I'm late. And her mom's like, this is the last time I do your chores for you. Also, apologize to Toto.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how hot Galleria's mom is?
She's really hot. No, she is. That's how she landed a hot Italian man.
Like, the amount of, like, MILFs in this movie is, like, off the fucking charts.
Chanel's mom is, like, a model.
Literally.
Like, there's portraits of her on their walls.
Like,
literally.
I was like, oh my god, is that Shakira? Like,
Shakira was in a DCOM?
Galleria's like, don't worry, tomorrow's the talent show audition. So, like, all this time I'm taking will be worth it in the end. And her mom talks about like clients that she
Constellation Jones. I wrote that down. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Is this some lady?
And she's like, I sorry, I was doing a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, Jamaica.
It was so weird.
Yeah. And then her mom's like, stop with this cheetah chatter. I wrote that down.
Cheetah chatter. Cheetah chatter.
They love putting the word cheetah in front of any word they conceivably can.
It's hilarious, actually. And then her Italian dad comes home, and Galleria forgot to get the capers.
Yeah, where's my fucking capers? Mamma mia.
He is much more like stereotypical Italian than New York Italian.
Yeah, no, he's from Italy. Like,
yeah,
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a twirly little mustache and like a chef hat on. You know?
Yeah, that'd be fun. She's like, if we win the talent show, then we'll get in the recording studio and we can make a demo and get a record deal. And then you'll be swimming up to your ears in capers.
Love capers.
Capers is the only thing the dad can speak about. So
traditionally Italian capers. Yum yum.
She says like a ton of famous artists were talent show winners. So this specific talent show like produces artists, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, victorious. You know.
Yeah,
they get a record deal or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. She's like, the Cheetah Girls are first in line to win this thing. And Mom's like, your plans and dreams are important, but before getting to the nice rich life, you need to focus on real life and responsibilities.
Like your one responsibility, which is letting your dog out.
Letting your dog outside. Yeah.
Galleria is both. It's really just, there's a point in the middle where she's like a villain, but the people are like mean to her in I feel like unjust ways. I mean, she gotta let her dog out, don't get me wrong. But there's stuff like in this where they're gonna be like, oh, you got the record contract, you can't go talk to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
don't know how to feel about Galleria, because at some point I'm like, she's the only one who actually cares about this girl group and is like holding this thing together.
And at other points, she's just the like, worst person in the world.
So terrible, and I also would quit the girl group if I was a part of it.
Yeah,
you know?
she really switches. She like has personality shifts all the time.
And again, this is like kind of surreal of a movie.
Yeah. I feel like she has like 10 to 15 minutes where she's just a pure bitch.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie and all of the second movie, she's like super awesome.
And
like
she's completely reasonable, if sometimes a bit intense.
Yeah.
But she's reasonable.
But she
gives me like major Capricorn vibes. Like she's the boss, she's the leader. It's gonna go her way or the highway, you know?
Yeah, and there's just like a couple instances in the movie where she's just mean.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Just like, what? Hi. You're not even famous yet, bitch. Like,
you're not even famous yet.
Fame gets to her head before she gets the
But then she knows it gets to her head and she like grows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think she ever apologizes for it.
I think she does. We'll get there.
We're jumping far ahead.
Yeah. All right, so now we get like a really short scene at the youth center. Dorinda's like, she takes dance lessons there, but she's also mopping the floor because she works to like pay for those dance lessons.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the mop, and then it comes back in the finale.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for it. All right, and then we see Chanel getting home, and she like sees all these scars all around her house, and she walks in on her mom like throwing clothes everywhere.
Also, I want to mention the horrible fringe vest she's wearing. It's the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Actually,
oh man,
it's like not even a vest; it's like a crop top made of like soft blanket fringe.
Oh, the fashion, the early 2000s.
It's so good, but it's so, especially DCOM fashion.
Oh,
the layers.
Yeah, so many layers. So her mom, like, I think her mom likes to wear her clothes a lot.
Yeah, her mom has like some weird, like, she acts like a teenager, like, I'm your best friend kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Even though she's just a bad mom.
She's kind of a bad mom.
Yeah. But like slay, you know.
Yeah, and she's like, look,
you can be hot and a bad mother.
Exactly. You know, a woman can be two things. Okay.
She's like, look, I found this bomb shirt to wear to dinner tonight. And Chanel's like, Mom, don't say bomb, say tight. Which is so funny because I feel like I've used bomb more than I've used tight.
Well, I think it's switched back and forth. I think there's been on and off cycles for both of those words.
Damn. It's lit, fam.
It's lit.
Mom, your clothes are sus.
She's like,
that's so not skibbity. You need to rizz me up a bit better.
Cheetah Girls in 2024.
Rebooted Cheetah Girls.
Oh my god, you're lacking Riz, Mom.
Say Riz.
Doesn't even mean that.
Yeah. She's like, as if that top is too tight for anyone's mom to wear. And then she's like, how about this one, Mom? This one's real Cheetah-licious.
Oh my god.
They love saying Cheetah-licious.
They do love saying Cheetah-licious.
Cheetah-licious. And Mom's going on a date with a French guy named Luke.
He's rich.
Oh, he's rich. We never meet him, but we know that he's rich.
All we know is he's loaded as hell.
Yeah.
And honestly, if my parents were divorced and my mom started dating a rich French guy, I don't think I'd be mad about it, you know?
Like, oh no, we have to move to Paris, oh no.
Literally.
Oh, my supermodel mom got a hot boyfriend who has billions of dollars. My life is terrible.
Oh no, I get a whole new wardrobe. It's really fancy and get to fly in a private jet. Oh my god.
The most terrible thing ever.
Yeah. Mom mentions Poochie is with Dad, and me and Benji were like, whoa, who the fuck is Poochie? But they do show him later. It's Chanel's little brother.
Oh, yeah, the manager?
Yeah, the manager.
He, like, shows up once.
Yeah.
It's like, whose child is this?
Yeah, no, so they, like, offhand mention him, and in the notes that she leaves later, she's like, Poochie's with Dad. So, like, Poochie's always with his dad.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And Chanel, like, wants to tell her about the Cheetah Girls and how she hit IC today, but her mom just leaves her date, so she's pretty sad about that. Then we get a short scene. Galleria's working on her songwriting. She calls Chanel. She calls her Choochie. And Chanel calls her Bubbles.
Because everyone has to have a nickname.
Yeah, I don't... What? Like, Choochie, I feel
Galleria's already a fun enough name.
Like, okay, so Chanel, Choochie, I feel like it's like Gucci.
Fine. Yeah.
So it's like, that kind of works. But like, Bubbles?
Also, what about Gallery's personality is bubbly?
I don't know. I feel like it's explained in the books. Like, this is
probably
deep
is.
book
Probably.
lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love that they have matching like neon projections that say Cheetah Girls in like 2003 word art font.
Yep.
It's so good. I'm like, where do I get that for me?
The set design is very much a vibe.
Yeah. And then Bubbles sings the beginning of Girl Power, so she's working on that song, and Toto loves it, and he dances.
Yeah. Love Toto.
Love Toto. He's cute.
Toto does a lot of work in this film.
He does.
He's the linchpin in this entire plot, actually.
If Toto was miscast, this film flops.
Exactly.
He really dances like.
You gotta care when he falls in a hole.
You have to care about this dog so deeply.
So then at school, the girls are in the hallway. Galleria's like, "What? You're failing the class? We need a cheetah study session to keep our grades up." Like, she cares about the girls' grades. She's like, "We need to have good grades."
Yeah, otherwise my mom's not gonna let me do this.
Yeah, exactly. And then Derek and Mackerel, I think.
His name is Mackerel.
They come up and they tease the girls for like being cheetahs. And Galleria says, "We are the Cheetah Girls because the cheetah is the fastest and fiercest feline in the jungle." And Benji had comments on that.
Cheetahs are such a low tier animal if we're being honest about it.
He's not even in the top 10 of large cats. Okay?
Yeah, let's be blunt.
They are fastest.
They're the fastest. If all you care about is like max top speed, it's sustained for like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. A human could outrun a cheetah if it was like a 2-mile race.
They don't like distance run. They don't need to. They just like creep up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, there's a lot of other cats that are a lot better in a lot of other ways and barely slower. They're not the fiercest animal.
Well, what did you want them to be? The Jaguar Girls?
I think this is also in terms of their wardrobe, mistaking cheetahs for leopards.
Exactly. I want them to be the leopard girls.
The leopard girls.
But you know what? Tarzan was released like a few years before this.
And that was a cheetah, wasn't it?
Leopard.
I was
a
like,
jaguar.
fuck. Wait, what was it?
It's Africa, so I think it's in the jungle.
I'm looking up.
I think it's
what kind of cat killed Tarzan's parents?
R.I.P.
Spoilers for Tarzan.
A leopard.
Sabor.
Yeah, it was a leopard.
Yeah.
Leopard girls, leopard sisters.
Yeah. I killed Tarzan's parents. Yeah.
I killed Tarzan's
That's my favorite song from Tarzan.
Phil Collins fucking slapped with that
Raven-Symoné comes in and she's like, "I'm the one that killed your parents."
In the live action remake of Tarzan.
That would be incredible. Okay. She says, "Let's bounce, girls." And Derek follows them to lunch. And Galleria's like, "You're going to lose the talent show." And he's like, "Can we switch slots?"
Actually, speaking of that, I have a dentist appointment that I have to make, or my mom's gonna be really mad at me.
Yeah, they're like, "Can we switch audition spots?" And she's like, I don't want to. And Chanel's like, "Wait, no, I need to like meet with my teacher. So actually, I think we should."
I'm failing my class.
If we go 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Also, like, Derek dunks on these girls for not using real instruments in their performance, and I'm like, that is fucking rich coming from a white man who raps.
Yeah,
we will talk about that. Later. We'll talk about that later.
Because he's like, we play with real instruments. We need more time to set up. Okay.
What instrument does he need to set up? The one turntable?
Yeah. No, he doesn't even play the guitar during the talent show.
It's during 9/11.
He does during 9/11. And so yeah, Chanel's like, we should. And Gallery was like, well, I'm not very comfortable with change, but how's everybody else? And Dorinda's like, I don't know, it'd be cutting it close for me. And Galleria cuts her off and says, where do you always have to go, Doe? Like, it's so offhand.
Where are you? Where do you live, Dorinda?
Where the fuck are you from?
Where are your parents? I've never met them. Like, who cares? What?
And Doe's like, nowhere. Don't worry, I'm fine. She just, like, wants friends.
Literally,
really
she's just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And Galleria says, all right, Hambone, whatever, we can switch. Just know that you can audition 5 times, but you'll still lose.
Ow.
And Derek's like, you're still my boo.
This dude's got it down bad the whole movie.
He really does. He is so into Galleria.
And he's so cute.
He's really cute. He's really cute and I like straight too.
And also, I totally forgot Derek was a character in this
I
fucking
know.
movie. What happens to Derek?
Well, they go to fucking Spain.
They go to Barcelona.
Yeah, but like, no, it's like in Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement when fucking what's-his-face doesn't show up, you know? They like date for a while.
At least they said like, oh, we're just friends now.
Yeah. What happens to Derek in the Cheetah Girls universe? I need a Derek spinoff.
That's where, you know, Galleria is in the third one. She's with Derek.
Oh, yeah. Derek proposed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 18. I don't know.
Yeah. So Aqua, when Derek leaves, like, oh my gosh, he's extra cheetah-licious.
He's so fine.
He's so fine. And Galleria's like, he's just trying to bring down our success or something. Like,
yeah, don't let a man bring you down.
Yeah.
Sweet thing or whatever.
And then Derek like falls and gets food everywhere.
There's a lot of falling in this movie.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of oopsie poopsies. I fell into goo, you know?
I mean, that's a DCOM for you.
That's a DCOM trope for sure. The goop.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a goop moment.
It is kind of a goop moment.
Yeah.
I would count it. I kind of stopped counting.
You stopped counting?
I could go back. We talk about it. We have our notes about it. I could go back and redo it. I just need to spend the hours to do so.
So the girls are like, oh, that's your boo. And she's like, he'll cry boo-boo when he loses.
Oh, got him.
Girl boss.
Got him. All right, now it's time for the audition. I love the shot that's underneath them and they like huddle above the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. Cinematic masterpiece.
The fits. The white
oh my
and
gosh.
the cheetah print.
It's so good.
There's so many design choices about this movie. The aesthetics are incredible.
It's like alluded that Galleria's mom is a seamstress, so I think she made these outfits.
Yeah. I believe she's a tailor. Yeah.
So I think she made these outfits for these girls.
It's so good.
Also the lighting.
Oh, I know. It's
for
like
an audition.
No, the whole set design, like this is Emmy Award winning stuff. They really captured the moment.
Are putting on like VMAs worthy performances for auditions in this theater.
It's pretty great.
This is just the audition.
Literally, they had matching outfits for an audition.
Yeah. Chanel, so they're like basically praying. She says, may the growl power of all the fabulous divas who came before us be with us now. May we use our hearts, our brains, and our courage to reach our cheetah-licious potential.
Oh, man.
Cheetah!
So they love Wizard of Oz. The dog's name is Toto.
Yeah.
And they say use our hearts, our hearts, brains, and our courage.
Courage.
I'm
high with the king of the fall. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we see the two moms that we've met. So Galleria's mom, Chanel's mom, they're like in the audience.
They're incognito.
Yeah, why the fuck? They like have scarves and sunglasses on their head. Like, why are they trying to hide?
You don't want the kids to see them and get embarrassed.
They're like the only ones in the theater.
I know, it's dumb.
9/11, you're not allowed to have random adults in your
I like how I don't even have to make the 9/11 jokes. Courtney's doing it all for me.
Listen, this is a really important time for me, okay?
Post 9/11?
9/11.
You were 6 years
the
old.
Bush era, yeah, it was really important for me. 6 years old.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so they start singing It's Cinderella. This song slaps so hard.
Oh my
I don't wanna be like Cinderella, sitting there like a dusty Cinderella, waiting for somebody to come and set me free. It's so good.
I do want to say, actually, to be a little nitpicky, Cinderella lived in the attic and not in the cellar.
So true.
That's so true.
Way to speak your truth.
Even in a Cinderella story, she's in the attic.
Exactly.
Specifically.
Exactly. Where is she in a cellar? I don't think that house even has a cellar.
It just rhymes with Cinderella a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it. But like to be super nitpicky and stupid about a fucking Disney Channel original movie, yeah.
I love the bridge when they go, I can slay my own dragon. I can dream my own dream. And they like circles around them.
Yeah. And then they do like arm movements like they're in water or something.
Yes. And I love the dancing. Like, you know, Dorinda choreographed it. Exactly. Probably. And then at the end, Toto comes in and he's jumping around.
I know. I'm like, Toto, how did you get in here? And then I remembered the mom's
there. Yeah.
So she snuck this fucking dog in. If only he was also wearing a little silk scarf and sunglasses.
A little cheetah print.
Yeah.
Leopard print.
Yeah. Like, no one can know it's you, Toto.
Yeah. And they just like dance around him while he's dancing.
They had this whole choreographed dance and everything. Was Toto a part of it? Was that why the moms were there? They secretly had Toto being a part of the performance the whole time.
Maybe.
Otherwise, they just really are like, okay, we're killing it so hard. It's okay that our entire choreography is about to break because of a dog.
Because of the dog. They all collectively agreed to dance with the dog instead of continuing their choreography.
Yeah, I feel like that is a stipulation that Galleria's mom would put on this girl group, is that Toto has to be part of it.
This is how you make up to Toto for missing his bathroom break.
I had to let Toto out once, so you have to take him to school now. Sorry.
So then they're like, so Drinka, what did you think? And Drinka starts crying. And they're like, we're that bad? And she's like, no, it was great.
You remind me of me when I was young. Not Drinka. Are you drunk? Like, what is
she be Drinka that champagne.
I know. When they just say Drinka, and I'm like, your name is Drinka? And they're like, oh, Drinka champagne. And I'm like,
again,
what?
That's like the best drag name I've heard in years. So it's just a random character.
It's so funny.
Honestly, what is it? Drink a Champagne versus Miss Darbus. Who do you think is the better theater director?
Oh my gosh. They're both so fabulous.
I mean, look at how many people Miss Darbus got into Juilliard.
True. Also,
but look
recruiting athletes into her arts program.
That's true, but like Drink a Champagne produces like pop stars.
Winners, yeah,
pop stars that go on to have recording contracts.
Okay, then what do you call Sharpay and Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure? Is that not a Darbus product?
No, that's all Sharpay original, baby.
Yeah, I don't know if Miss Darbus had anything to do with that. I also have not seen that movie.
No, all she did was make Sharpay the understudy in the Winter Musicale.
So, like, in a roundabout way, she created it.
Maybe. I don't know. But, like, Drink a Champagne also had her own career. She had a #1 hit in 1977.
Yeah, I don't know if it was #1. I can't remember exactly.
It was a hit,
but it was explicitly a hit.
She's basically Donna.
She's a one-hit wonder.
Drink a Champagne loves to talk about herself, and Miss Darbus loves to talk about the theater.
Fair.
But Miss Darbus is theater, so
she is theater. Fair. Honestly, I just want to like drink wine with both of them.
That's true.
They probably have some stories to tell.
One thing though too is that like Miss Darbus always has to fight for her program, whereas Drinka is the moment.
She's the program.
She is like everybody loves it already. Everybody's trying to get into her program, and Miss Darbus like, please.
Let me put on my stupid little musical written by this random girl, I guess.
Yeah, you have detention because I need help making props.
Also, your entire basketball team's in my musical. Sorry, coach.
Sorry, coach.
Oh my god.
We're doing Twinkletown.
I also love when she's describing all the girls. And it's like, Galleria, you remind me of me specifically. And Aqua, you remind me of me when I'm singing or whatever.
Wait, I have them written down. So she's like, when I see you, I see little Drinka clones. Galleria, you are a biracial hip-hopping version of me.
Just imagine anyone saying that in real life.
I mean, Doechii, I'm the trap Grace Jones, basically.
Chanel is the hot Latin spicy version of me.
Oh my god. Ay. Let's do racial stereotypes fucking 20 minutes in.
Aqua is me if I was from the sassy South.
If I was dipped in barbecue.
And Dorinda,
let me guess.
When I see you, like, she pauses so much, and Dorinda's like, go ahead and say it. I'm you if you were shrimpy and white.
And I'm like, if nothing has described me more than shrimpy and white.
And she says, no. Me if I was able to dance. Oh, because Dorinda can dance. And honestly, watching this, I'm like, the other girls are doing just as well as Dorinda.
Honestly, Galleria and Chuchi just had that thing where they were dancing in the streets, you know?
Yeah, like, we only know that Dorinda's the best dancer because they tell us over and over and over again that
it's like in Bratz when they tell us their favorite thing, even though they're all have a passion for fashion, you know? Jade's the fashionista, and it's like, aren't we all fashionistas?
We all Bratz?
Exactly.
I feel like in the second one, Dorinda really gets to shine more as a dancer. But in this one, they just tell us that she is a dancer. And she, like, goes to the youth center and stuff.
Yeah. Love it.
So they're like, we're in? And she's like, oh yeah, you're in.
Yeah, obviously. This was just a formality, so.
Chanel's like, do you think we have a chance of winning? And Drinka's like, yeah, and I will work with you specifically so that you win.
Damn, that sucks. I feel bad for Sonic Chaos or whatever.
And also the comedian, and the 5 other acts that we only know kind of exist.
Yeah.
Because they're in the audience.
Yeah, the sock puppet group from Pitch Perfect. That's
exactly.
Where they got their start.
The Sockapellas.
The Sockapellas.
Oh, okay. So then Jackal Johnson just randomly appears.
Whoa, it's Jackal Johnson.
Oh my god, is that fucking Jackal Johnson?
He just walks down. He's like, yes, I'm also here.
I was in the sound booth, I guess.
This scene goes on for so long. This is the same scene. Jackal Johnson is now also here. Drinka was Jackal Johnson's teacher. So they have that connection.
My protege.
Jackal keeps it real, I have in my notes.
So Whoa, keeps it real?
He keeps it real. He likes the Cheetah Girls and he wants to talk with them. He's looking for the next big thing. And then the moms are like, okay, we need to be involved. Yes.
This is just her side thing.
Yeah.
She's a student first and foremost.
Yeah. And Poochie is there. And he's like, I'm the manager. Young Salsa.
Kid Salsa. I wrote it down.
Kid Salsa? I wrote Young Salsa.
I'm 1,000% sure.
Kid Salsa. Galleria is like, hello, Jackal Johnson. I am the founder of the Cheetah Girls and writer of Cinderella.
All of these are lies, apparently.
The girls get pissed about this later. She's like, we would love to record for you. And the mom's like, hold on, these girls are not professionals, they're children. And Galleria's like, Mom, please, this is a big producer.
Don't you know who Jackal Johnson is?
And Mom's like, yeah, I know who he is.
He's allergic to gluten.
I looked him up on Wikipedia, okay?
Yeah, I know who he is, and I know
his social security number. I'm in his house,
And Jackal's like, all right, fine, I'll back off. But Galleria, here's my card just in case. Your mom's a no joke.
Galleria confused. Is like,
none.
I know.
Nada. No joke.
No joke.
I'm on her mom's side though.
Yeah. No,
we're not,
This is too fast.
Exactly.
It's happening too fast. Fully supportive the talent show. You can get your little studio recording time. That's all totally fine.
Right.
But big producer comes out of nowhere and is like, let me talk to you.
I know it's weird that he's coming out of nowhere, but I have to say the fact that he is a huge money producer, I feel like it is moving too fast, but also you don't want to miss your opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
She just wants him to be smart about it. I think
it's fine saying no today.
Yeah.
She shouldn't say we got as a group do this, and she has to just legitimately take over management of this group. Just jump in.
Yeah. I don't know if Kid Salsa's doing a great job managing the Cheetah Girls.
I think he does bad considering he is gone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
we never
see him again. He's stuck in that well still. They thought it was just Toto, but it was actually also Kid Salsa.
He's like, I'm here too, and everyone's like, oh, the dog! Thank God!
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters. Yeah.
Help!
They can't hear you.
So now taxi transition. It's Galleria, her mom, and Dorinda in a taxi. Dorinda, she's so awkward about this. Oh yeah, thanks for dropping me off. I live there.
I live in that big mansion right here. Don't even worry about it.
That super nice apartment. I live there.
Don't look when I turn around into the alley.
This is not suspicious at all. Goodbye.
Bye. And but then she walks around the building because she doesn't actually live in that nice building. Galleria's like, Doe is so nice. What are her parents like? And Galleria's like, I don't know. All we know
She's
is
got a sister.
She has a little sister. That's all we know. Then she turns to her mom and she's like, her parents aren't up in her thing. They trust her.
So true.
It's you just told me you don't know anything about her parents. So.
Exactly. That's because they're not in your business.
They're never there, and it's really cool. Okay.
Imagine they were dead.
Yeah.
Which we don't know. They could.
Her dead parents are so supportive of her career.
And the mom's like, you made it in a talent show. Don't spoil the whole day just because you didn't get everything you wanted. Good point, Mom.
Yeah, you're kind of right. You kind of ate on that one. Sorry.
If you were making this podcast as a kid, you would have a different opinion.
Yeah,
it's very much I'm 16 years old, Daddy.
Daddy, I love him.
Daddy, I love him.
I'm not a child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're 14, you should have a house and a job and a career,
Yeah, literally these two 14-year-old girls are like, we want our own penthouse apartment. And we're like, okay.
Also, I think Chuchi already lives in a penthouse apartment. Like, she
For
has
real.
a whole floor.
She wants her own penthouse apartment.
Exactly. Not with my stupid mom.
Yeah, my stupid mom who's never around because she's with her hot, rich French boyfriend.
And I hate it so much. Oh my god. I need to get out of this place.
At home, Galleria yells at her mom some more. She's like, but Jackal liked our song. Don't you think we're good enough? And the mom's like, of course, you're good enough. You'll be just as talented after college.
Not necessarily true.
I mean, I think getting an education is important.
Yes,
I think
also,
that's there. I just don't think the talent argument's a good one.
They might be more.
They do want you as ripe and young as humanly possible.
They might be more desirable as teen pop artists instead of
21-year-olds.
21-year-olds. But maybe not. I don't know. Galleria's like, but I could have a ton of money if I do this. Like, I could pay for college. But then you wouldn't have time for college. And it's a paradox.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, you're just too young. And they just fight a lot.
I want to point out a very specific thing. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like, what's the point of eating vegetables if you can't
have your
chocolate?
dessert?
And she goes, strong bones and teeth. And I'm going to say that every day for the rest of my life. It was so iconic.
Yeah, she says, what's the point of eating your vegetables if you can't have dessert?
Yeah.
Strong bones and teeth.
Like, yeah, bitch, that's actually really correct. So.
Yeah, no, Galleria had to shut up after that.
And you're like, fuck, what am I going to say about that?
Yeah. So then we see Chanel complaining to her mom about it as well. And her mom's like, I don't know, I think Dorothea has a point.
Chanel's mom is such a pushover.
She really is. She's like, I do whatever Dorothea says because she's more responsible than me.
She says, I'm a bad mom, but at least I know it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then she brings up Luke again, like, instead of talking about what Chanel wants to talk about, she's like, oh, yeah, Luke, my boyfriend.
Hey, you want to go shopping?
Hey, you want to go shopping? Haha, I might be moving to Paris with you. No.
He's like, Paris? Paris? To live? To live? Paris to live?
Paris to live in Paris?
My life is over.
Oh, I hate Paris. Like, yeah, so her mom's trying to take her shopping to, like, make up for it, basically. And then Chanel freaks out. She calls Galleria. She's like, oh my god, she wants to move us to Paris. And Galleria's like, oh, my mom sucks. They're having, like, two completely different conversations.
Literally, they're not even listening. I can't love that.
Okay, so then Galleria's dad tries to convince the mom to let them talk to Jackal. She's like, I just don't want my daughter to make the same mistakes that I did. And he says she won't. She's gonna make her own mistakes.
Exactly.
The dad
She's
is
gonna
so
fuck
good.
up in a new and unique way we won't even fucking imagine.
I love the dad. He's like,
yeah, he's great.
he's so great.
I love the dad.
I said dad speaks some weird Italian and convinces her, I guess.
I know he calls Galleria a pazza. I don't know what that is, but I love it.
Okay, so then Galleria's like still on the phone, but her parents come in, so she's like, oh, hold on a second. And the mom's like, all right, your dad convinced me to let you do this, but there's conditions. First, I'm gonna go to the meeting too.
Good, you definitely need an adult there.
Yeah, reasonable.
And I can call it off at any time if I want.
Also reasonable.
And the dad's like, also she'll keep an open mind. And then Galleria tells Chanel the good news on the phone. She's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have our penthouse soon. Today has been cheetah crazy. And Chanel's like, yeah, you have been pretty loco tonight. Since when are you the founder of the Cheetah Girls? She is the founder of the Cheetah Girls. It was her and Chanel. So, like, the only person that could be a little bit mad is Chanel.
Yeah.
Because it was a duo.
Yeah.
But
I would argue that Drinker Champagne is the founder of the Cheetah Girls. I feel like she's the Simon Cowell in bringing these girl groups together.
Even though they were already established when they auditioned for her?
I think via Drinker Champagne, like, it was Galleria and Chanel, and then
Drinker was like,
a la Simon Cowell was like, you need 2 more people. And then you'll win X Factor.
We need a full, like, expose with Drink a Champagne.
Exactly.
An oral history of the Cheetah Girls.
Exactly.
yes.
She would fucking tell it, too.
Yeah. And notice how she didn't yell at her for saying that she wrote Cinderella, because she did write Cinderella.
True, but she was like, yeah, but Aqua did all these riffs, and I...
Well, that's later
that
on.
is later, but I'm
Oh.
saying, like, she did mention it now.
Fair.
Because she had a point there. But whatever. Galleria's like, I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to get in before my mom did. Like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the Cheetah Girls on the prowl.
They're so into their
I hate those.
very specific
They
name.
have a bit, and their bit is mention cheetahs anytime you can.
And wear cheetah print as much as humanly possible. Also,
Do you
if I
think-
knew these girls in real life and it was like a girl group and they were just like, we're the best, and also cheetahs,
We're
I
on
would
the prowl.
bully them, actually.
What I want to know is when they're like all 40 and they're doing a reunion tour, or do you think they're gonna regret having to wear all these cheetah outfits?
No, because 40-year-olds love cheetah print. As someone who used to work at a store primarily selling to older women, cheetah print, leopard print is the fucking shit for them. They will wear it head to toe.
It's fun to have a bit.
We love a bit. I don't know about this bit though.
At school, Galleria ends her phone call with the company. She's like, okay, we'll meet with Jackal later, whatever. She's like, okay, on Fridays our meeting with Jackal. And then Derek comes in and he's like, wow, it's all over the school about like your big meeting with Jackal Johnson. We saw a celebrity once too. I don't know. It was lame. And then some other girls come in. They're like, we're with the school paper. Like, we want to do an article about you guys. And then Derek leaves. And Aqua's like, man, he's still so fine.
He's so hot. His fluffy hair, I love it.
I know. He has good hair. And Galleria's like, if he can't respect my art, then he can't have my heart.
Honestly, respect.
Yeah.
And then Aqua starts talking with her mouth full, and Galleria gets really mad at her because they need to start acting like stars. Also, she's mad that she has hot sauce in her purse.
She's like, what star would travel around with hot
Honestly,
sauce in her purse?
I just connected these things. Aqua is Beyonce.
Yeah. No, this is. I don't know.
From Texas. Puts hot sauce in her bag. Those are the only two things.
I think Beyonce copied Aqua. Let's be real here.
Fair. She watched Cheetah Girls at like 25 years old and was like, swag, this is my whole personality now. I'm gonna be the least important Cheetah Girl.
Aqua says, I love New York, but y'all know nothing about spice. I'm from Texas.
Did you know she's from Texas? She's from the sassy South.
From her ugly ass skirt and boot
Boobs,
combo.
yeah.
With her petticoats. You're from Texas?
And then Galleria just takes her hot sauce. Just leaves.
Damn.
She's like, you just took my hot sauce.
Damn. Aqua being bullied.
Yeah. And then we get a short scene. Dorinda at the youth center. It says it's closed on Saturday, and she's like, no, I need those hours to help pay for my lessons. And the director was like, oh, why don't you like help me with the auditions that are going on during that time, and you can get paid for it. And she's like, cool,
Will do.
So then we also get another short scene of Galleria singing through girl power again. She's still working on it. I like how they tease it.
Yeah.
Like she's writing it throughout the movie.
Also, it sounds like she's recording it through a cell phone. It
Probably.
It
she
does.
kept clipping, and I'm like, what shady ass microphone are you doing this through?
2003.
2003 microphones are worse quality
I
than
know.
25.
Hooked up to like her Casio keyboard too. Loved it.
Yeah, but Toto likes it. She's like, this is going to be our demo, Toto. I'm ready for Jackal. I hope everybody else is too.
Same.
So now they're at the record company, and Galleria is 15 minutes late because she's stuck in a taxi with her mom.
Man, why didn't you
With
take the
matching
subway?
cheetah print trench coats.
Yeah.
So good.
I love. Oh, she looks so good.
Her makeup, I literally drew it. Just like perfect, like Y2K, fresh face, like thin ass
with
eyebrows.
her hair like pulled back,
Yeah.
and it's so cute.
I was literally like, I don't know if Raven-Symoné's ever looked so good from this one specific scene in Cheetah Girls.
Yeah, no, it's good. And her mom's like, want to walk? And Galleria's like, I'm wearing heels, and she's like, you should have packed your heels and worn comfortable shoes. But whatever. Jackal comes out, and the other three girls are there, and they're like, oh, Galleria's running late. Sorry. So Galleria and her mom decided to just walk for it anyway. She's like, soak your feet later. Make the meeting now. Let's go. Because the mom's awesome.
She's all about business.
Yeah. Jackal shows the other girls around while they're waiting for Galleria. Galleria steps in some dog poop.
Ooh, we actually never get to see the poop.
No, but like it's a guy bending down to pick it up,
Yeah.
and she just walks right through it, and you hear a squish. And she never notices.
Because she's obsessed with herself. I don't know.
She's all about that grind. She's locked in.
She's so focused on the growl power.
Exactly.
It's so weird because everybody else immediately notices when she comes in. Like, they can
Why did
smell
the
it.
mom
She's like,
notice?
wow, who smells like actual dog shit right now?
And
Is it
like,
the person who just walked in?
Galleria, it's on your boots. Like, I guess it didn't wipe off as she kept walking. And also, she never smelled it.
Yeah. I mean, it's New York. It actively smells like piss.
She would have felt it squish under her foot.
Fair.
I don't know. That part was just so weird. And Jack was like, oh, she's stinky.
You got a little bit of shit on your boot, Galleria.
Also, Jackal loves that Aqua's from Texas.
Yeah.
By the way.
I think he's also from Texas.
Yeah, something like that.
And they're like, don't mess with Texas. That's a famous thing we say as Texans.
In the bathroom, Chanel helps clean Galleria's boot, and Galleria's like freaking out about it. And Chanel's like, it's okay, it's gonna be alright. And she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna push forward and be a leader.
Because I'm the leader of the Cheetah Girls, and no one else matters.
Always by my side, personal assistant Chuchi, you're the best. I'm the star.
Chuchi's like, what the hell? Outside, Dorena and Aqua are just laughing it up with Jackal. They're buddies. And he's like, you all good, poop tracker?
Just immediately insults her.
Poop tracker. Oh my god, I love it.
Jackal, my man.
I'm on Jackal's side, actually.
What does Jackal actually do wrong in this film?
He has bad sense of what's popular in media.
Yeah.
That's about it.
He's a figurehead for like the suits.
Yeah.
Who are explicitly asking for girls to fit this group, and he found some talented girls that could break off and be successful after. Yeah.
I don't think he even gave him a bad deal.
No. I feel like Jackal's done dirty.
Yeah, Jackal redemption arc. I need.
Give me the Jackal spinoff.
Yeah, exactly. It's just called Jackal. Exclusively on Disney Plus.
There would be 40 viewers.
Nobody understands it except for us.
Yeah. They're like, who's this guy? And it's like, do you remember the first Cheetah Girls movie?
He's not
like,
in 2 or 3.
Is that where they go to India? And it's like,
no, it's the first one where they had the animal masks. Those animal masks are ingrained in my brain from when I was a child.
That's
like,
the only thing I remember.
That was the one thing I remember. Was like the seal mask. Like,
oh my god.
We're jumping ahead.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So they're like, we're all ready to start business, and Jack was like, hey, we're all done. Aqua had hot sauce in her purse, and I was sold.
I'm already on board. This is the best.
Yeah. Galleria's like, well, I brought a CD of our song. And she's like, yes, cool. And I have contracts for Mama Cheetah. And she takes it and starts crossing stuff off immediately.
As she fucking should.
As she
They're
should.
like so embarrassed by this, and I'm like, yeah, no, you should read the contract you're about to sign.
This is fucking business. You should be crossing stuff off and asking for more.
Exactly. And she's like, my lawyer will be looking this over. And I'm like, yes, queen. Yeah. We love it.
And Galleria's like, Mom, stop it. It's like, no, Mom, keep going.
Yeah, actually, please don't sign a contract without reading it.
Yeah.
Jackal says, I have a checklist. 1, make a demo. 2, have the record people love it. 3, make billions of dollars.
Beautiful plan.
I see no faults, actually.
I love Jackal. I want in the Disney Plus show for him to say those exact words again. Like every time.
That's the trailer shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the movie
the tag
like bars and it's like make $1 billion.
The tagline.
Mom says, how long until like this demo's made? And he's like, well, we don't want the girls in this school, obviously.
Obviously, we care about children in our weird business.
So let's learn the song on Tuesday, rehearse the rest of the evenings, and then record on Saturday.
Easy peasy.
And Mom's like, less than a week? And Galleria's like, Mom, it's fine. It's fine. And Chanel says, well, what about the talent show? That's also on Saturday. And Galleria says, don't worry, we're going to be here.
I want to point
also,
out.
I'm like, yeah, who gives a shit about
this
talent show?
The talent show makes way less sense if you're going with the, I'm going to go work with the talent producer, literal, like, signed record.
The talent show was a step to get to where they are right now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you skipped a rung on the ladder. You don't need to go back down to hit the rung.
Yeah.
I think, like, it's just a fair point, though, like, it is happening at a time. Maybe we should talk about it. It is exposure. But, like, this is more important.
Yeah.
Outside, Galleria's like all excited about it, and Chanel's like, "Well, now the talent show's down the drain."
I want to just point out as well. They're talking about, okay, we're going to have you record the demo and the people are going to like it. They don't actually like work to record the demo. I guess they're just saying we're going to record it Saturday. Okay. But they don't actually learn the demo until the day before.
No, because the whole time they're like working on their own song. Unless does the animal mask scene happen on Tuesday when he says that's when you learn?
I don't think so.
It might though, because then the talent show is on Saturday and they have their big fight, and then later. Yeah, I think that happens on Tuesday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so then Chanel's out about the talent show, but Galleria's like, whatever, I don't care. The mom's like, I hope you know you're not signing a note until my lawyer looks at this. And Galleria's like, if Jackal thinks we're ready, we must be. And she says, a snake is a snake.
A snake is a snake, bitch. I love.
And a cheetah's a cheetah.
I would listen to anything she says. I'm actually what's his name? The Italian man in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Whatever she says. Mamma mia.
Okay, so then we have like the montage. Is this the montage?
This is the point of the movie. The like middle third where Galleria is genuinely like the worst person in the world.
Yeah. So she like goes to school paper and she's like, hey, yeah, we'll give you an interview later. Here's an autograph.
Here's my 8x10.
Yeah, and then at lunch, she's like, there's a whole crowd around them, and she's just yada, yada, yada. The editing of this is so weird, because it keeps like...
It's like a top shot, and then it is like a time lapse.
Yeah, and it keeps it's more the audio. It's like, it keeps repeating what she says, and her laugh, and it's just to like try and make it seem really annoying, which I guess they succeed at.
I said immediately the worst person in the entire world.
Yeah, and people just keep leaving, and she keeps laughing and gabbing.
She is trying to cash in on her fame so quickly.
Yeah. She's like, I talked to one producer.
I get not wanting
didn't even sign a contract.
I get not wanting to waste your 15 minutes, but also you have to have it first.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, this is probably a school where kids go ideally to become famous like music or art people.
Yeah.
So like I don't think talking to one producer is really that impressive.
I bet
that's why everyone starts leaving.
Yeah, especially when he's like an alumnus of your
school.
Of
that school. With that Drinka knows specifically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's like you're the like teacher's pet of. Like, wow, Galleria, you got everything you wanted. Congrats.
Yeah. So the three girls that aren't Galleria, they like complain about her, and then they see all the flyers that say "Sick of Cheetah? Click on chompcheetah.com."
That's me. I set up that website.
I
also love the dedication of someone who heard Galleria talking for 20 minutes, went to the library,
formed a website.
Because they only have really been annoying about this for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Went to the library, formed a website, bought a domain. And then printed out 7,000 copies of this flyer.
That's a fantastic
And then
point.
put them on the wall in I think it says like growl.
Yeah, it like it says a word. Like they taped it in a specific way. That must have been like at least 50 sheets of paper.
Yeah.
They put a lot of effort while Galleria's just in there shooting the
What
shit.
is on this website?
I don't know. I'm sure it existed in 2003 though.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Like
it does not exist now. We checked.
Did you do the Wayback Machine?
No.
Wow, the dedication of this podcast. I just thought you guys
I can run that. Y'all keep talking. I'll check.
All right, you check. So you think it's just like a picture of her going with like red eyes going on?
Yeah, Galleria is the devil. Honestly, she probably has done shit like this before.
And I bet there's like a slash like claw mark.
Exactly. Or like a big like red circle with a slash through it.
Yes.
It's like Galleria has to go down. We're sick of the Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Girls stuff. Do you think Derek made it?
Yeah.
It never got saved on the Wayback Machine, so.
Mm-hmm. No results?
Chompcheetah.com has never been saved on the Wayback Machine, so. If it did exist, it never got documented.
Damn.
Lost media. Also, we don't know for a fact that it did exist.
It might not.
It's like a very small scene.
Yeah. But if they were smart, they would have done it.
Yeah. I think Chanel says, wow, people are just so jealous of us.
So jealous.
And they're like, no, it's Galleria. She's over the top. Like, Chanel doesn't realize it's because of her at first.
Yeah.
Chanel's like, I know she's tough, but she believes in us. And Dorinda says, we live here? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm like, what does that mean?
And Gallery's like, we live here. Where am I?
Where do I live in this school?
I've been here so long.
No, she's like, we have to live here. We have to interact with these people. She's
Yeah.
making it hard. That's what she meant. It's funny. Sometimes my notes just, I don't remember. We live here? Yes. And Aqua, okay. Aqua, this is when she gets intimidating.
Literally.
She like
Aqua says, you gotta
threatening.
deal with this fucking bullshit.
She goes right up to Chanel.
Squares her up. She's
Yeah.
like
6
about to
feet
kiss her
taller than
forehead.
Fucking Chanel.
Yeah, no, she's like double Chanel's height. And she's like, someone needs to talk to Galleria. And when I say someone, I mean you. And Chanel's like, I'll talk to her, when the time is right.
That's not what I fucking meant, bitch.
I meant right now, bitch. Cut to like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I wrote Ace Ventura ? He's got like a weird
He does have the
haircut,
Hawaiian-ish shirt.
And he's like, yeah, my mom the other day was like, and he's like kind of slaying, actually. I don't know.
Drinka loves it.
Everyone's laughing in the audience as he does a bird impression.
Including the Cheetah Girls. They're there and they're like, this is amazing.
Oh, Jim Carrey, you're so funny.
And now it's the Cheetah Girls' time to rehearse. And Galleria says, I want to rehearse our new song first. And Drinko's like, no, you have to use this time to do the song you're going to do at the talent show. And Galleria's like, oh, right. Jackal wants us to record the new song on Saturday, so we're not going to do the talent show. But they're still using this rehearsal time. Like, it's so
I would
rude.
also be pissed if I was Drinka. I'd be like, why are you on my stage?
Like, if you're dropping out of the talent show, why are you at this?
One,
what is the purpose?
2, why are you on my goddamn stage if you're not going to be part of this
Why
show?
are you wasting my time? Derek comes running, and he's like, you're not doing it!
He says it as one word. You're not going to do the talent show?
You don't do the talent show?
He's so excited.
Well, he's also, like, obsessed with her. So, like, anything that's happening in her life, he's like, what's going on?
I'm also here. I love you.
I love you.
You're my boo.
Galleria's like, well, I'll try my best, but you know how these things go, Drinka.
She's like, what do I fucking know?
What do I fucking know? The way Galleria is such a bitch in this scene.
Literally. I'm like,
it's
are you
so
Regina
mean.
George?
It's
like,
so
why?
mean.
Yeah, Galleria says, I thought you'd be happy for us. You set us up in the first place. And it's kind of like we already won the talent show, right? And Drinka's like, no, it's actually not like that.
No, I think you have to compete and
I think you have to actually win to win.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And then here's a direct quote from Galleria. Opportunity's knocking, Drinka, and I think you know better than I that once it's gone, you can't get it back.
I would kick her in the face.
Just saying, hey, you're a one-hit wonder. We're going to do better than you. Fuck off.
I would be in jail because I would have assaulted a minor if I was drinking champagne.
For real.
And then I'd be in the news and it's like washed up, one-hit wonder, murdered
Assault.
child.
Was a one-hit wonder, started a very famous talent show, murdered a child.
One-hit wonder gets second hit.
Exactly. That's such a good headline.
Drink a champagne is poppin' jaws.
The tablets are going to have a field day with this.
The New York Post is on it, dude.
Drinka's like, right. You know what? All I have is this school, you kids, and my word. And I always keep my word. Come on, boys, you're up. So she's like, fuck you, get out of my house.
Yeah, you fucking girls.
You fucking
I gave you everything. Don't you want me, baby? It's very bad.
Yeah. Chanel says, Galleria, that was really harsh. And Galleria says, well, then you tell Jackal that you want to do a talent show instead of record a demo.
Yeah, she has a point, though.
She has a point. Dorinda says, like, well, are we going to do it or not? I have somewhere I need to be. And Galleria's like, just go. We're going to be doing music anyway, so since you mostly dance.
Oh my God.
And then she, like, looks her up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
bitch!
Hi, I'm your friend.
Dorinda says, you know what? You're right. That is what I mostly do. And she leaves. Good for you, girl. But like, oh my God. Like, what happened to Galleria?
Literally.
It's
Someone
horrible.
else wrote this part. Like,
And And then Galleria hands her clippings of outfits to put together for the next time they see Jackal, and she says it's not optional. And
Dorinda.
And Dorinda's like, well, where are you gonna get your personality makeover?
Oh shit.
And Galleria says, we love you.
It's so insulting. It's so beneath her.
Hi,
oh my
we
god.
We are your best friends. I love you so much, you stupid fucking bitch.
We just don't want you looking all torn up and janky the next time we see Jackal.
This is after Galleria stepped in fucking dog
and
shit.
Smell poor. So can we change that?
She literally showed up with dog shit on her shoe.
Well, exactly. Torn up and janky who, bitch.
Like, and I love too how she says, we love you, we just don't want, like, she's roping the other girls into this when it's all her.
Oh my god.
And
Murder Galleria. That's my campaign, actually.
Dorinda says, how about this for torn up? And she tears the paper.
Damn.
And Galleria turns to the others and she's like, whoa, some people just don't know how they're coming off to others.
I don't care how on the nose it is. It's fucking funny.
Children, honestly.
Who raised her?
Apparently not her parents. I don't know.
And Aqua turns to Chanel and says, the time is now.
The time is fucking nigh, bitch.
The way they're all bitches to each other, it's amazing.
I love
like,
teenage girls.
They don't even... They
upgraded from cat fights to cheetah fights.
Exactly.
Yes.
The fastest and fiercest cats in the jungle.
And they don't even have a contract yet, and they're already acting
also,
like
I think
this.
cheetahs are grassland cats. They don't live in the jungle.
They live in Africa.
Yeah, but like...
They're like in
Africa's a big
prairies.
place. That's
Yeah.
like saying you live in North America, you know? Like,
That's true, that's true. This is just like in Radio Rebel when the G's are like immediately like, we need to sell out.
They immediately said, like, oh, we need to sell out. We got any bit of fame. We got to immediately
We gotta
just...
sell out. And like, these girls immediately are like tearing themselves apart and they don't even have a contract.
I love just band movies where the band gets
been, like,
minimal
a day.
success and they immediately are at each other's throats.
Yeah, literally like a day goes by and they're like
breaking
completely
up.
different people. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Only ones that don't do that is Lemonade Mouth because they're amazing.
Fair.
And they're more than a band.
Hey,
Lemonade
there's
Mouth.
only one issue in Pixel Perfect.
What, they get a hologram?
Yeah, it's got
hologram.
the rest of the band are all united.
Damn, did Pixel Perfect predict the use of AI replacing artists?
Yes.
Pixel Perfect is shockingly relevant.
I love Pixel Perfect.
So do we.
Shout out Pixel Perfect.
Shout out Pixel Perfect.
Can't wait for that.
Perfect
episode.
movie, no notes. Number one on my list. So
Number one on Benji's list.
Spoiler alert.
spoilers.
All right. So now we get to the dance audition that Dorinda is helping with at the youth center. She's killing it.
The gold medal crew.
The gold medal crew. Yeah, it's an audition for the gold medal crew, which is like a dance crew, I guess. And like they're doing the audition, and Dorinda just also jumps in there like, ow, ow. Like,
I wrote, she's really good.
She's really good.
This is a Camp Rock moment, certified.
It really is.
It's giving. Oh god, what was that movie with Hilary Duff? Where she's like,
Oh, it was like. Use your voice or something.
Yeah, it's like that. Where it's like, oh my god, she's so talented. Which
La,
I'm
la,
sure...
la, la. Raise your voice.
Raise your voice, yeah.
La, la, la. All I've seen is that clip from it.
I watched it at some point, but yeah. It's very much... I'm sure the actress who plays Dorinda is a good dancer.
Yeah.
But like the choreo is very like girls' first hip-hop class.
Yeah.
Like, you took it in 5th grade because that was the only thing available, and it was you and another girl. I'm being very specific.
So the guy in charge, like, he likes Dorinda, and he goes over to talk to her, and he's like, hey, you want to be, like, on our tour with the gold medal crew? Like, you would even get paid to do it. It's really cool. And she's like, oh my gosh, yes, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, so just have your parents look at this permission form.
My parents?
My
Parents?
parents.
I definitely got those.
My parents that are definitely real. I will have them look at it.
I would just, as someone who has forged her mom's signature so many times.
Well, you need to have a mom to have a signature to forge.
Exactly. Are they gonna double check? Like,
Yeah, maybe.
Are they gonna? Do they need like her license? Like,
I used to forge mom's signature a lot.
it's not even that she wouldn't sign it. It's just like I didn't want to fucking deal with it. You know?
Well, no, like she definitely would sign it. She's like, you do it. Like she would tell me, like, you just sign it for me.
But she's like, oh, you forged my
Yeah,
signature?
I'm like, you gave me permission to
I'm
do
like,
it.
I've literally copied your signature. Like, I practiced.
I practiced doing it. I'm like, if the school looked back at all of my permission slips, they would only see my signature, and it would look more suspicious if you actually signed
Sometimes
it.
dad's, because it's just D squiggle.
Dad's was just a squiggle.
Yeah.
For real. I was not confident to do dad's. I was confident to do mom's.
Mom's is so specific.
I know, but I don't know.
It felt more real.
Weird. It felt more real.
Fair.
Because her handwriting is actually similar to mine.
Fair.
So, but yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
Tangent. All right. Chanel gets home and she's really excited because it's her shopping trip with her mom. But there's a note.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Benji and I pause. We're like, what does the note say? And then we read it and we hit play and she literally out loud reads it.
Like in Wizard of Oz where it's like, please knock.
Yeah, where they like point at the words as they're saying it. Yeah, she literally word for word reads it. So guys, you don't have to pause it.
They don't read the postscript, which tells us that her brother's at her dad's.
Oh yeah, there's a P.S. Poochie is with his dad. So the note says, Luke surprised me with a Broadway show, so I had to say yes.
I had to abandon
Those
my
tickets are
daughter.
expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Well, I get that, but also, A, he's your rich boyfriend. You're going to get that money later. B, you, like, are setting this up as a time with your daughter to be able to be like, the boyfriend's cool, actually. Let's bond.
Yeah.
And then you just immediately abandon her for him.
You flake on
This
your
is what I'm
daughter.
saying. She's, like, not good at this.
Yeah, no, because the shopping trip was supposed to make up for the fact that she's been distant, and then she
immediately becomes more distant.
Yeah.
Fair.
We should not be giving Chanel's mom any credit.
No.
But also, I think Chanel way overblows it. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
like Kim, there's people that are dying. You
My
know?
diamond earring got lost on the streets of New York. Paris. Chanel, people are dying. So Chanel's pissed. And the mom left her credit card. She's like, yo, go pick out something that we can both wear that's tight. In quotes, yeah. So the phone rings and the answering machine takes it. And it's a realtor asking about putting the apartment up for sale.
Uh-oh.
And Chanel answers the phone like, nobody's moving out! Go away!
Go fuck yourself, eat shit, I hate you, go die.
Yeah, and then she's like, I will go pick out something nice for myself, actually. And she takes the card and she leaves.
And shopping montage.
Yeah, there's like a tiny little shopping montage where it doesn't show Chanel shopping that much. It just shows like a store and another store.
Walking down New York. And then she sees the ugliest vest in the entire world.
But she loves it.
She's like, it's so cute.
It has the cheetah print, the leopard
It
print.
looks
They buy
exactly like
anything
the
that's a
jacket I'm
cheetah.
currently wearing. Just the same jacket.
It's literally like the same thing.
But
that
it's a
she's wearing.
vest. I need it. But do you know who would absolutely look so fly in this? My ugly friend Dorinda who wears ugly clothes.
She always looks so jank and torn up. Yeah.
This next scene is a full page, and I completely get it.
Yeah, okay. So Chanel decides to stop by Dorinda's apartment.
This is so funny.
There's several iconic scenes in this movie, and this certainly is one of them.
Yeah. So she like talks to the doorman, and he's like, "What? Dorinda doesn't live here." And she's like, "What? No, Dorinda with the girl with the dance bag." And he's like, "Oh,
that lady."
That Dorinda.
Like he knows her. She talk to him about like, hey, if my friend ever comes and asks about me, just like
she's just hoping they never would. I guess.
That weird lady who pretends to live here. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she always like stands in front of the door for a little bit, looks behind her, and then walks in the alley. Yeah. No, he's like, "Oh, check the superintendent's apartment around the corner." So she walks through the alley to the door, and specifically a black woman answers. This is important for the scene. I'm not just saying that
And
she's
this black lady.
Yeah, no, like it's important for the scene that she is a black woman, and there's tons of kids running around, and she's like, "Oh, I was looking for Dorinda, but this must be the wrong place." And she's like, "Oh no, this is Dorinda. Hey Dorinda, you have a friend for you." And Dorinda comes down, and she's like, "Oh, hey mom, this is my friend Chanel from the Cheetah Girls." And she's like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you."
So nice.
Yeah, and then the mom goes up because some kid broke something. And you also see the little sister that Dorinda mentioned. Yeah. So Dorinda and Chanel, like, go outside and talk. And Dorinda says, if I knew you were coming, I would have been rich and lived somewhere else.
It's a great icebreaker.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. That's such a good line.
It's so good.
And she says, now you know why I don't invite you over or talk about my family. And Chanel says, why did you try to hide it?
How is this? Okay, Chanel literally.
Chanel's so
oh my
stupid.
god.
She says, wait till I tell Galleria. The way you dance, you had to have some flavor in you somewhere.
She literally just says, oh, it makes sense. You're black.
You're black. You're not white.
She's very clearly just a white girl.
Oh my god. Dorinda says, we are not talking about the same thing.
She's like, why do you think we care if you're half black?
Yeah, you've seen Galleria's parents.
Like, she's literally Italian. Like,
yeah, and Chanel's like, I'm all sorts of Latina, like,
yeah,
whatever. And Dorinda says, no, I'm not black or half black. I'm not even white.
Which is a wild statement.
I'm not even white.
I'm not even white. Like, girl,
I don't even know what I am.
Girl, you are white.
Yeah. Oh, my natural blonde hair.
I'm not even white.
I'm not even white.
I'm not even white.
She's really hung up on the fact that she's white. Like,
I know. Because she's hanging out with her, like,
cool multicultural friends.
Yeah.
And she's fucking Chloe from the Bratz. Damn.
Imagine hanging out, you're a Bratz doll, but you're Chloe.
Oh, the worst one.
Yeah.
Imagine being a cheetah girl, but you're Dorinda.
She says, Mrs. Bosco isn't my mom, but the closest I've ever had. My real mom didn't want me. I'm a foster kid living here with 10 other kids, and the only reason we get to live here is because Mr. Bosco is the super. But I want to stay here with my friends in school and the Cheetah Girls because it's the best I've ever had. Please don't take it from me, Chanel.
Like, what are we taking from you?
She's had this in her mind that's like, oh, since you're poor and don't have parents, you can't be a part of our group.
Literally. Chanel says, you thought we'd pull your card for lack of parents? Like, no. And then she says,
Chanel has the gall.
The gall to say sometimes that can be a good thing because she's
having
so
parents.
mad.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
No, Dorinda says not having parents is not it's all cracked up to be.
Sometimes your mom wants to go shopping with you and then ditches you for your hot French boyfriend.
You should be happy. You should be happy that your mom abandoned you.
Yeah.
Because having a mom, like, she gets a rich, hot French boyfriend, and then
that's terrible. That's
and then
like
you have to make fucking microwave popcorn by yourself.
And your brother's always with your dad, and for some reason you're not.
So like, it's actually cool that your mom gave you up as a baby.
Yeah,
so.
it's really cool that you have a foster mom.
you should feel like
Lucky,
grateful.
Actually.
Yeah,
I don't know why
you should be fucking grateful.
Actually, I am revoking your Cheetah Girls lack of gratefulness.
You should be grateful that you're poor and don't have parents.
Some of us are rich and live on an entire floor of an apartment building, but we never see
Show some empathy. Some people don't understand how they're coming across.
Dorinda says you should be grateful to have a mom, and Chanel says you're a cheetah girl for who you are, like, not for the lack of parents. I don't know. And then they hug.
Not for your tax bracket.
And then Dorinda's like, so, like, why are you actually here?
Actually, yeah, why did you show up?
Why are you actually here? And Chanel's like, well, I felt bad with what happened with Galleria, and I want to make sure you're okay. And Dorinda says, it's all right. You know, I just can't look the way Galleria wants me to because I don't have money because I'm poor. And Chanel is like, well, I bought this really cute vest.
Here's the ugliest vest I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Oh my god. And then Dorinda's like, oh, I got this offer from the Gold Medal crew to go on tour with them, which is great, but like, what about the Cheetah Girls? I really need the money. And then it kind of ends there where it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's left in the air.
Take the fucking deal. Also, I think it's over the summer.
It is.
So, like, who gives a shit?
I know. You're gone for a couple months.
Yeah. Like, you haven't even signed the contract yet. And you're already getting a better deal for something happening in 6 months. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. The dumbest girls in the world.
Cut to Galleria tweezing Chanel's eyebrows, and she says that now her eyebrows are Cheeto-licious.
Oh my god.
And then the mom comes in, Galleria's mom, and she's like, don't stay up all night gabbing, alright?
I know you fucking girls.
I love how, like, now people say yapping. Like
Yeah.
we were
We loved
yapping.
this and
Yeah. But it was Gavin.
Gavin.
She says, also, I decided that you can go to your next rehearsal with Jackal alone to see how you handle yourself.
The logic behind this is dumb, but they need to make it a scene where the mom's not there, because otherwise it doesn't fundamentally work.
I'm like, alone? Your teenage daughter?
Like, I feel like the thing that was most logical is not sending these kids to go make financial and business decisions about their futures alone.
Where's your lawyer, Dorothea?
Yeah, but this is just a rehearsal, so, like, it's not like they're signing the contract right now, even though I think they do get offered to sign the contract.
Yeah, the producers are going to strike when the prey has the least offenses.
Snakes are fucking snakes.
Snake's a snake. So then she leaves. Galleria's really happy. So Galleria shows Chanel the new demo cover, which has Galleria, like, in front bigger than the other girls. And
it's Galleria and the girls.
Yeah, and Chanel's like, what the hell? And Galleria's like, oh, I guess I am bigger, but, you know, I did write the songs.
Crazy coincidence.
Crazy. I did write the songs, though, so, you know.
You know what's funny? On the Cheetah Girls soundtrack, Raven is bigger.
Because she's the star. She's the one in front. Yeah.
It's like slight, but she is the biggest one on that cover.
And Chanel's like, well, I also came up with the ideas, and Aqua freestyled, so they're all our songs. Notice how she didn't mention Dorinda.
And she dances.
And Dorinda danced, so...
And Aqua is here.
She freestyled some riffs.
She went, and so, like, it's also her song.
So she basically also wrote it. If she riffs, then it's her song, too. And Chanel's like, it was also my ideas, but, like, Galleria wrote the songs. Let's be clear.
Right.
But whatever. I understand why Chanel is, like, upset. And she says, I'm not your sidekick. Aqua and Doe are feeling it, too. Galleria's like, so you're, like, talking shit behind my back? And Chanel's like, you're not much fun to be around anymore.
You're still in your bitch era right now.
You've turned into a supervillain for some reason.
Like, it's really wild that you can't even see it.
Like, you called Dorinda ugly.
You called her Jake and tore it up. Like, and you said Drinka's washed up, too.
Like, why would I be on your side, Galleria?
And Galleria says, I know, but we'll be all so happy when we get this record deal. And Chanel says, I know what's been up with Dorinda. She's a foster kid. Her mom gave her up as
just
a baby.
Spoiled. Like, I get they never said they were going to keep it private. And at one point, Chanel even says, like, can't wait till I tell Galleria that you're, like, half black.
Literally.
But, yeah, I feel like Dorinda should be the one telling them this.
Yeah.
And not Chanel.
Right.
But
here's some hot goss. I know what the fuck is up with her. She has no parents.
She doesn't
and
have
is
parents.
poor. She lives behind that fancy building. She lives in an alley.
She lives in a gross alley. So she's saying, like, this is the real deal for her. This is important. And Galleria's like, whoa, so she does need this money, huh? And Chanel's like, no, she needs friends. And Galleria's like, it'll be fine. Whatever. So now they're with Jackal. There's, like, some
big meeting.
media. Yeah, it's the big meeting. There's, like, some media consultants there. I don't remember.
There's some schlackies there for her occasionally. These are the marketing folks.
And, like, Jackal's assistant, who was also at the theater. I remember him.
Yeah, and they, like, did research, and they learned that the public loves the animal theme. Also, the letter G is big this year.
Yeah.
So they're going to be called Global Get Down.
Terrible band name.
They love the pop urban twist that they add to their songs. I wrote that down.
And so they're like, you are all going to be wearing these animal masks. Galleria is a cheetah now and forever. Dorinda is a panda.
Sure, cute, whatever.
Aqua's a seal.
A fucking baby seal.
That's actually so cute.
There's like 1,000 other animals I would pick over a baby seal.
That's true. Especially because they're all like, kind of like,
cute and like
bigger animals. Like, not predators because pandas are not predators, but like, you know, it's a bear.
A predator to bamboo.
Yes. And Chanel's a snow leopard. Brr.
So my take are these masks.
They could have all been cats.
Yeah.
These masks are creepy as hell.
They're so scary. They're so thick.
They
oh my God, yeah.
you need to, if you're going to do this, I think it could work. You just need to make this way more cutesy.
Yeah.
Just give
like
them
a masquerade mask.
Like, if you're going to make these girls K-pop girls, like, don't make them photorealistic animal faces
with,
that
like,
are
fur.
It has actual fur on it.
It's so gross and disgusting. I don't get how we're supposed to see this as a potentially marketable thing. It's like so uncanny.
Also, you're like part of this girl group and no one can see your face. I would also be a little peeved, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I can't have fucking anything. I'm a panda.
Yeah.
I'm a baby seal. I'm a fat, blubbery seal. And fucking Dorinda, who can't even sing, gets to be the panda. I'd be a little pissed.
So it's like, you want us to not be the Cheetah Girls anymore? And they're like, but Global Get Down, so cool. And then Galleria's raising all these concerns. She says, we can't sing in these. Like, there's no mouth hole. And they're like, well, the music's on tape anyway. And Galleria says, we don't lip sync. And Jack was like, don't worry, we'll teach you. And then Galleria says, you know what? Bump this. And she hands him the CD.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. So they get up to just sing. I guess they're like, no, we're going to show you.
And then cue the music video.
Yeah, so now it's a whole music video for Girl Power.
I don't think Girl Power is my favorite song. It might be honestly last place for me out of the 4 songs.
I think it is last place.
But it might be my favorite of the music videos here just for how aggressively 2000s it is and how like...
I was thinking about this. It sounds uncannily familiar to like Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Yeah.
Including like the background.
The whole music video with everything. It really does. And that was recent enough that it felt like they were chasing that trend rather than like making fun or alluding to it.
No, this was definitely like chasing like Spice Girls.
Which I love. I don't know why. I love just how unapologetically it's trying to be something it's not.
Yeah. Also, Josie and the Pussycats came out around this time. Very important culturally and to my psyche. So
after Kelsey showed me, that's what like top 10 film all time for me. So fucking good.
It's actually so good.
It's dope.
It is wild how like clever and relevant it is.
Always. And like dumb. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
I love a girl group. I love a multicultural girl group.
I love that they wear ears.
I love that they wear ears and they're girls and girl power.
But let's talk about a different cat-themed, children's-focused girl group movie.
This is Ants versus Ants. Or
Amplely.
Yeah.
Amplely versus Ants versus Bugs Life.
Yeah.
Alright, so they finished the song. The 3 people in the room slow clap for him. And Jack was like, yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Now, here's the song that we're looking at.
This is my favorite song.
I love how he just completely diverts it. He's always like, I love that performance. We're not going to use it at all.
And then it's like fucking
all around the world.
And go all around the world.
So it's going to be Deaf Duck Records presents Global Get Down all around the world. Oh yeah, sing it all around the world. And they're dancing. And then Dorinda, Aqua, and Chanel start going like, all right, all around the world.
Like, I don't get how this is boppable.
All around the world. It sounds like something
it's kind of catchy.
on like Nick Jr., you know?
Exactly.
I mean, we've been singing it since we watched it.
It's been stuck in my head for a while.
Yeah. Every time we mention Cheetah Girls, Benji always goes, all around the world.
Also, notably, this is the only part of the movie I remember, so maybe it's not
Yeah,
bad.
Maybe they are smart.
Yeah.
Global Get Down, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
G's really cool. I like the letter G.
It's really big this year.
Really big this year.
This is the year of G.
Yeah.
So then Galleria freaks out. And it's like literally nightmare fuel the way it's like cutting and playing the song. And like, yeah. She says, no. Didn't you like what we just did? And he's like, yeah, it was great, but that's not what we sold the record company.
Yeah. This is where they did a bad job communicating.
Right.
Because if he was recruiting girls who are talented and like can do all the pieces that they need to be this pre-existing group like idea.
Yeah.
That's a whole different argument than, oh, we like you guys from this talent show, we're gonna sign you, except we're gonna like backdoor you and doing exactly that.
Yeah, he really misled them and making them think we want you for you, when in reality he already had a vision for a group. He just needed to fill the slots.
Right.
Yeah. Which I get, you want to fill them with talented people and this may be the way to do it, but maybe you didn't need to grab them from all there. I think he needed to actually do the X Factor, Simon Cowell, form the super group from individuals.
Which is probably what they end up doing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Galleria says we can't change the Cheetah Girls. And Jackal says, this is what they're paying for. And Galleria says, then we bounce. And she starts to walk away, but the other girls don't join her. And Chanel's like, can we just have a minute alone? So then the 4 girls talk. And Galleria's like, why didn't you back me up? And Doe says, well, you didn't give us a chance to think. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it before you just decide for us that we're going to leave? And Galleria's like, no, that sucked. At least now, like, we can do the talent show. If we win, we can make the demo. And Aqua's like, now you want to do the talent show? And Chanel's like, maybe we should consider this. Like, Jackal knows the business. And Dorinda says, it's a job singing, dancing, and making people happy. What's wrong with that? And Galleria says, it's not our music. And Aqua says, it's not your song, so you want to walk. I
feel like this is like where Galleria came back to being reasonable.
Yeah. Yes.
And she lost her goodwill, and I get why she can lose this argument, but like, everything she's saying here is accurate.
Yeah, no, like, if you want to stay true to your artistic integrity, like,
power to you.
Yeah. But also, a lot of people have started with bullshit groups that went nowhere, and it ends up being like a stepping stone.
Look how many Mouseketeers became famous.
Exactly, yeah. Fucking, what's it called? 98 Degrees. Nick Lachey. Now he's doing Love is Blind.
What a career.
The way I'm viewing this argument, I actually like it because I can see both sides. The main reason the 3 girls are mad is because Galleria decided without them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to decide, they were going to plan to leave anyway. But
the answer probably is that they're going to walk, but they need to make that decision together.
As a group. Instead of Galleria being the biggest one on the album.
Yeah, so while Galleria is right in the end about what they should do,
she said it in the wrong way. It's not communication.
Yeah, so the girls are mad that she's not talking to them. And so with that anger, they're going to push back like, no, we should do it.
Right.
Just to kind of be like, no, you can't make these decisions for us. It makes them want to do it more to go against Galleria. So it's a very interesting scene.
Also, I'd be pissed if I rearrange my whole schedule every 2 days because Galleria has decided we're doing something new.
Yeah, especially it's now we'll do the talent show. After you just shit talked Drinka.
Yeah.
You think Drinka will let you back in?
Yeah. So,
apparently.
We never got a scene like that where it's like, oh, now you want to show up to my stupid little talent show.
I know. Yeah. She just forgives her immediately. I mean, she does apologize, but
yeah.
Aqua turns to Chanel and she's like, you didn't handle this.
Chanel? I thought you were gonna fucking talk to her, and now I have to kill you.
So now I'm gonna handle it. You're just mad because he won't do your material, Galleria. And Galleria says, it's our material, not all around the world nonsense. And Aqua's like, you may be right, but you don't get to make decisions for the whole group. We make our decisions together. You're not the boss. And Galleria says, well, somebody has to be the boss. Somebody has to remind you why we started the Cheetah Girls. To make our dreams come true. Our way, not his. Why don't you believe in what we have? And Chanel's like, I want to, but lately you've been all about you. We just can't trust you anymore. And Galleria says, okay, well, then problem solved. I'll take myself out of the equation. You need this, Dorinda. She points at Dorinda you need this because you're poor.
You stupid poor bitch.
So I won't stand in your way. So take the deal. I'm out. And
she walks away.
It's very dramatic.
Damn.
And then Jackal comes in and he's like, oh, did we lose a cheetah?
It's okay. We can always get another.
Yeah, it happens all the time. We can just replace her.
Yeah, I could walk outside right now and find some girl who wants to join the program.
Literally, apparently there's girls lining up outside.
No, I find that one of the most poignant parts of the film actually is the other girls walking out and seeing 50 other girls waiting in the studio.
Right. And they're like, damn,
they're that replaceable.
Yeah, we're just another set of girls that he doesn't actually care about. Yeah. For a second though, he's like, Chanel, you be in front, and she thinks about it, but then they're like, girl. And she's
girl.
No,
don't be Galleria too.
Yeah. So yeah, they leave, they see the girls, and they're like, fuck.
Damn.
We fucked up. Anyway, Galleria gets home and she's crying. And she says, Mom, could you please...
girls are over.
Could you please not say I told you so?
Aww.
And the mom hugs her. And we get a very sad montage. So, earlier we saw Galleria was crying with her mom. Dorinda tells the dancer lady, she's like, I'm gonna go on the tour. But she's sad about it.
I guess I'm gonna make a lot of money and follow my dreams.
I guess I'm gonna follow my dreams and go on this really cool tour. Aqua tries to call a taxi. This is Aqua's sad montage moment.
I would like to say, from the moment of Aqua trying to call the taxi to the end of the movie, it's roughly 30 minutes of content.
Yeah, maybe like 20.
Maybe like 20.
Oh my god.
Goes toe to toe, like inch for inch, pound for pound, with any other DCOM. I think the last act of Cheetah Girls 1 is so freaking good.
So good.
It's so funny.
Just the stakes.
Yeah, it's incredible. And then Chanel like makes it home sad. So yeah, Aqua's
also sad.
Yeah, Chanel is also sad.
Well, let's talk about Chanel.
Oh my god, here's
so funny.
Here's like one of the best scenes of the whole movie.
We're gonna be saying that a lot coming up.
Because the whole last act is incredible. So at home, Chanel's mom is like looking at receipts. And she's like,
pissed.
She's so pissed. She's like, I went to go buy some shoes. I wanted to walk out of my new sandals. And she snatched them so fast that she took the paint off my toes.
My car got fucking declined.
I was declined. As I'm trying to like do her accent a little bit because it's so funny. And Chanel's like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll give it all back. I just thought we'd be rich after the demo. But I'll pay you back.
I'm like, you gave your teenage daughter your credit card.
Yeah. You trusted her.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
Like,
you ditched her.
You ditched her. She's pissed at you. Of course, she would max it out, which I don't know how much her limit was, but I don't think it was that much.
She walked out with 6 bags.
Yeah, like maybe $1,000.
Yeah.
But also, you have a rich boyfriend who could probably pay off your credit card immediately.
So Chanel really spent all of her money, or did she just hit her limit because her credit card declined because she hit a limit, or was she out of money?
I think she said it was maxed.
Okay.
You maxed my credit card.
Okay, yeah. Because like, girl, go call your boyfriend. He will give you money.
Exactly. Like, why didn't you give her Luke's credit card? You know?
Yeah. She says, I trusted you and you took advantage of me. And Chanel says, I trusted you, Ma. I trusted you to pay attention. And we quote this all the time.
Good.
And she says, all this for a broken shopping date? And she says, no, I did it because Luke came in the picture and it seemed like my dreams didn't matter. It didn't matter.
But I've seen what it's like not to have a mom.
I'm just like Dorinda.
We quote that all the time because we saw a girl on TikTok quote it. Like, it was years ago, that trend where you're like spelling your name and you're like, M as in, well, and it's like you say weird shit. She said I as in, it felt like it didn't matter.
And my dreams don't matter.
And then A as in Aqua. But yeah, she says, I see what it's like not to have a mom.
The mom, hearing that her like daughter crying on her, just goes, who doesn't have a mom?
Who doesn't have a mom? And she goes, I'll tell you later. I just wanted to thank you for always keeping me in your dreams.
What the fuck?
Chanel, can we get a fucking grip? What is the problem?
No matter where they take us, Paris, Buenos Aires.
What? Why?
Where did that come from? It doesn't matter anymore. The Cheetah Girls are over.
The Cheetah Girls are over.
It's so overly dramatic, and I love it so much.
It's so good. And then we get right into Galleria's speech, which is also fantastic, which I saw another guy on TikTok, like, word for word, too. Like, this movie, the last act was incredible.
The last act is so good.
So, Galleria's crying to her parents. She says, I worked so hard, I thought we were on the same page. And Dad says, what's right for you may not be right for someone else.
Damn, facts.
Just like wisdom.
Yes,
always.
queen.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Galleria says, how can we be friends again? They want fame. And there are ways. And then there are ways.
And then there are ways, honey. And this is not the way.
I want fame the Cheetah Girls way.
What the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, and then...
if I can't live cheetah-liciously, then I don't fucking want it.
Dad says the Cheetah Girls way or your way.
Damn,
Dad.
La Road, you are fucking right, Papa.
I love her.
I think she calls him Puppy.
Puppy?
Puppy.
Puppy.
Galleria says, we worked too hard to give it up. Like, she doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, no. She expertly dodges it. It's like she's a politician. It's hilarious.
The Cheetah Girls way or your way?
We worked too hard to give it up.
Regardless.
I had to stand up for what's right.
I'm an artist.
And Mom says, I couldn't save you from this heartache. Sometimes you just have to let it go and let the people you love make their own choices, even if you don't agree. I'm learning to do that with you. Now you need to do that with your friends.
Damn, you can't control other people. Moral of the story.
Here's my favorite part. Galleria says, you either walk with the devil or you don't.
I wrote that too. You either walk with the devil or you don't.
And I said no. And I was right. I was right, wasn't I?
What movie did we jump into?
It's incredible.
Is this The Exorcist? Like, why?
It's so good.
You either walk with the devil or you don't. And I'm like, damn, I guess you're right, Galleria.
This is when, like, we're fully back on Galleria's side. Like. All right, so now in the auditorium, Galleria goes up on stage alone. She sees, like, the talent show banner, and she's sad. And she goes over to the keyboard, and she plays some piano, and she sings, and it's the beginning of the Cheetah Sisters song. Yeah.
Also, there's no way this is her voice.
Derek comes in, and Galleria stops, and he's like, no, keep going.
It wasn't entirely all that bad.
Whatever, Derek.
It wasn't entirely all that bad.
And he's like, it actually sounded like something, not that pop fluff you're usually working.
Wow.
This line is going to be so funny later, because then it immediately turns into pop fluff.
100%.
Because we have to stop. Yeah. So then Galleria's like, I wrote this all by myself. And Jackal didn't like it. He wanted this. All around the world. We go
all around the world.
Bam. All around the world.
And Derek, like, stops her by taking her hand, and they look at each other.
I'm like, oh my god, they held hands.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then she says, it was drama and kaflama.
Not only was it drama, it was also kaflama.
It was also kaflama. What does that mean?
That's incredible.
And she's like, I walked out when he asked us to lip sync. The cheetahs are extinct. I think he says that. The cheetahs are extinct. And then Derek says, welcome to the world of a true artist. Sometimes you have to walk alone, but you have the talent to do it. And then they just, like, flirt. They're super flirty the whole time.
I think, what is it? It's like, are you excited that the Cheetah Girls are playing? And he's so excited. He's like, yes, I am.
I'm gonna win.
I love them together, actually.
I know, they're actually really cute.
Also, Sonic Chaos kind of fucking slaps, so I get it.
Alright, so now it's a new day. This is the day. This is Saturday, the day of the talent show. Galleria's walking Toto with her mom. Yeah, so notably, she is in a hot pink cheetah print jumpsuit.
What a very specific outfit. With a matching headband.
Yeah.
We'll just put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that.
Fucking outfit. When you think Cheetah Girls, this is the fucking outfit you think of.
All right. Her mom mentions that her favorite movie is Wizard of Oz. Clearly. And then she tells her mom, like, oh, I'm gonna go over to the talent show to, like, support Drinka. And her mom's like, oh, that's so nice of you. And then Galleria leaves her mom. And then she walks by. She sees the Global Get Down band with the animal masks and all around the world. And she's like, I can't believe they're doing it without me.
Those fucking bastards.
And then Toto just runs. Toto takes off.
Toto says freedom.
Toto
what is he running at? I wish they had shown, like, a squirrel or something.
No.
Like,
you know what it is?
What?
Toto knows this is the only way to get the Cheetah Girls to reunite.
He's like, I have to sacrifice myself.
Yeah. He runs right into a construction hole. And by the way, while Galleria's running after him, she runs into a cop. And he, like, spills his drink and he's pissed and he starts stomping after her.
You're under arrest.
So Galleria sees that Toto is now in a hole and she's like, no, Toto. She tries to call her parents, but they don't answer. And then the cop comes up. He's like, she spilled my coffee.
Me. My dog Toto's in a hole. And the cop is like, dog in a hole?
That's bad.
That's bad.
I'm so glad you noticed that.
We need backup. He calls the entire New York Police Department.
Since we watched this movie, have quoted so many times, dog in a hole? That's bad.
Like New York's finest. Heck, that's not okay.
This is a
You're
post.
Not in a hole.
This is post 9/11, where
Literally.
New York cops are the biggest heroes in the world.
Exactly.
And they just go, dog in a hole. That's
They
bad.
shut down the whole street. They call tons of backup.
They call every cop within a city mile.
There's a dog in a hole.
This is the slowest news
The news
station.
stations, the news stations across the world start coming.
There's a dog in a hole.
There's a Bichon Frise in a hole.
Oh my god.
And a huge crowd gathers.
Oh my god, is he okay?
Oh my god, a dog's in a hole.
Oh my god. What about that dog in a hole?
Galleria's parents show up.
This is 9/11 all over again. This is the second
let's
thing to happen.
I was going to say, what's more tragic? 9/11 or
3,000
Toto
people
falling in a
die.
hole?
Or dog in a hole. I don't know.
I don't know, that dog looks pretty scary. They get a camera down there.
This is baby Jessica. This is fucking...
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So Chanel sees it on the news. She's getting her hair done in a salon. She runs out with her mom with curlers in her hair because Toto's in a hole.
I think they forgot to pay, but her credit card was declined, so it wouldn't
She
have worked
wasn't gonna
anyways.
pay anyway.
Well, the hairdryer's like, no, you're not done. Don't tell anyone where you get your hair done.
Yeah, her perm is fucked up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fried off her head.
For real. And then, meanwhile, the talent show starts. Derek and his friends start rapping. Notice how they're not playing their real instruments he was bragging about.
His friend has a turntable, not an instrument, it's just a
Come on.
DJ set, and Alex is literally just rapping.
And this
So
is
come
my name
on.
is Derek, and I like to say I like to rap in a special way. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
If you like the rap, you say, come on.
Come
It's
on.
so dumb.
He's like, I don't care if you're white or black.
Yeah, the 5 races, I think, are white, black, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Okay, so then Aqua shows up to the hole. And, okay, wait, so sorry. Note when Chanel showed up, she is wearing a purple jumpsuit with cheetah print and a matching headband. Aqua shows up in a blue cheetah print jumpsuit with a matching headband.
I want to point out, again, these girls were doing 4 separate things. They were not coordinating for any specific way.
You're like, well,
unless
I already laid out my jumpsuit for Saturday.
Yeah,
So.
unless they before the talent show, before anything else happened, we're like, okay, this is our outfit for Saturday, and no one decided to divert from it.
Which, why wouldn't they wear the outfits that they wore for Cinderella?
I
Because they were
don't
going to
know.
perform Cinderella at the talent show.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they were going to perform Girl Power because they already had it set up.
I think
But she
that
was
was
in the
gonna
middle
be
of
that was
writing
gonna be
it.
her demo.
Or Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
I don't know what they were planning. But yeah, okay, so Aqua shows up and she's like, how did you get here? The whole street's blocked off. Oh, Aqua, you took the subway for me? Aqua's
You
come full
didn't. She's like, I know. It was really brave of me.
circle. No, I did it for Toto.
Yeah, I didn't do it for you, bitch. I'm still mad. I did it for this dog I barely know.
And then Doe comes running in. She's wearing her yellow cheetah print full jumpsuit with a matching headband.
And a belt,
and a
notably.
belt. So they all have colors. Galleria's hot pink. Chanel is a lavender purple. Aqua is blue, very
Obviously.
bright blue.
Turquoise.
Yeah, turquoise. And Dorinda is yellow and orange.
Yeah, the worst color, actually.
Yeah.
She could have been
It's because she's
green.
blonde.
Yeah, but it's too much yellow. She could have
But
been green.
somebody needed we needed variety in the colors. So it's already a pink and a purple.
It could have been more orangey.
Maybe.
I think orange would have made more sense.
Exactly.
Okay, so they all showed up and they're like, it's not for you, Galleria, it's for Toto.
Yeah, we all hate you.
We all hate you.
Yeah, you're still a bitch.
And they all yell at her. They're like, it's your fault that you lost Toto. And the firefighters are frantically trying to save this dog.
Yeah,
It is hilarious.
They're pulling rubble
It
out.
is crazy. They're cutting down the gas supply in the whole block.
Yeah.
Literally.
They're like, we may need to cut into the street.
They have camera on this dog. It looks like this dog is
Fine.
5 feet down, completely fine.
Yeah, could
They
reach
just
in
can't
and
reach
grab.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like they should be able to reach it and grab him.
So then at the talent show, the power gets cut off.
On
And,
the High School Musical.
yeah. And Draco's like, this reminds me of the blackout of 1977.
This reminds me of the Minnesota
Memories.
Halloween blizzard.
Also, I think there was a blackout in the 2000s.
Really?
I think so.
Well, this was 2003, so.
I know. I'm just thinking of that VH1 show, I Love the 2000s. And I think that also happened.
As a Minnesotan, old people love bringing up the
blizzard in
Halloween
91.
blizzard.
I was not alive.
It was
Our parents weren't even together.
no, but it did snow on Halloween. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Never,
It was wild.
Notably never happens on Halloween in Minnesota.
It literally happened last Halloween. There was snow. And we're like, wow, this really reminds me of the blizzard.
We got like half an inch, and they're like, oh my god, this takes me back. Remember when global warming wasn't as bad?
Yeah, so then the generator kicks in, and the news somehow the news
they
gets
project
projected
it into the theater.
Why?
Is that the default state of the equipment?
Of the
So when it
generator.
turns back on, it's like, we gotta have the news.
Cable news.
So
Breaking news, dog in hole.
So that
That's
we know
bad.
when the power's out. Like, the generator is set to put on the news immediately, so you're like, why is the power out?
Yeah, in case 9/11 happens again, I guess.
Like, maybe it was backup from 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
you gotta
set.
know, you gotta watch this on live television if the power goes out, actually.
And it's Galleria speaking, and she says, my dog is in a hole. He's a Bichon Frise.
No, I wrote this down. She says Bichon Frise.
Frise. It's a breed of dog. It's not a salad dressing. Sometimes they get confused. He's stuck in a hole, and I really want him out. That's all I'm asking.
The way, the air, the gravitas of the whole
so
scene.
good.
Like, everyone's taking it so seriously. Not a single soul
This
is
is
like
the
realizing how
slowest-
absurd this is.
This is the slowest news day in New York City in 2002.
It's New York City. Someone got murdered during this
crime
news
happened
broadcast.
that day, notably, and then a dog got stuck in a hole, and they're like, well, I guess we have to cover this with fucking 24/7 news coverage.
Yeah, they say Toto Watch continues. So Derek and Drinka run off. And somehow, like, all the important people make it to the front where the hole is.
Yeah,
despite
they're like,
the
oh, you
whole
look like
wall.
you're part of
Despite
the
there
talent
being a
show.
police barricade.
Right this way into this active crime scene, I guess? I don't know.
Right? It's a dog in a hole.
I know, but when they have blocked it off, it's like a construction zone, too.
Yeah.
They're like, don't fall in the hole with Toto. We can't have two tragedies today.
Poochie's like, I am in the hole.
Help.
Help.
Yeah, maybe that's why Toto went in the hole. To save
Oh, to say
Poochie.
Poochie! And nobody cares.
Nobody fucking cares about kid salsa. God damn it.
So everyone gathers around to see if Toto will be okay. Drinka shows up. Galleria's like, what about the town show? And she says, someone shut off the power. And Galleria's like, oh.
Yeah, it was you.
It was me.
specifically.
Well, I'm so sorry for everything, including having a big head. And Drinka's like, yeah, big head, but also a big head with big dreams and a big heart.
And I'm like, me too.
Just-
As someone with a big head, I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
You can have a big ego. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just
You got a big head, you got a big ego, but also you got big dreams and a big heart. And I'm like, yeah, ignore my big head.
Yeah,
Please.
just watch that big mouth.
Wah, wah.
It'll be all right.
And then someone with the drum set's like, but
and then they're like, okay, come here, girls. We need the dog.
this
to
is
move
so
or
important.
something."
This is part of the protocol. We need someone to sing
Yeah.
to the dog.
Actually, the dog only responds to kazoo plays. So they're like, okay, everyone get your kazoo. Get your
everyone,
kazoo.
all four Cheetah Girls get their kazoo out.
And they're like, sing to save Toto.
Sing faster.
Sing faster. He's
Or sorry,
moving.
kazoo faster.
Kazoo faster.
Like a beautiful kazooing. And then once again, the crowd around them claps.
If you wanna, together we can. Yeah, you're right.
Toto's
Diego.
coming out.
Toto! And then they like wrap a blanket around his head like he's a baby. Like,
he has like mud on his head.
to
or
conserve
something.
his privacy.
They pull
And it's
him
just
out.
like the cleanest Bichon Frise slightly
I
covered in
know.
dirt.
And now, like, okay, so they get him, they're like, yay, we did it. And all of a sudden, it, like, cuts to nighttime. So they've been there for hours.
Literally, it took all night to
It
save
took
this
the whole
dog.
sunset. Like, well, not to save the dog, because they save him, and then they, like, stick around. The whole street's still shut off. They have him, like, in an ambulance. Like, making sure he's okay.
A human ambulance.
Like, a human
They
ambulance.
took the guy dying in that ambulance out of the ambulance.
Said, well, that one's done.
You're not gonna make it, buddy. I gotta save this fucking
Sorry,
dog.
the whole news is
Priorities.
If this dog dies, New York will riot. So
Oh my
it's like
god.
he's just like kind of dirty. I don't know.
He's just a little dirty. He's totally fine.
Because the leg's not even broken or anything. He's just like slightly damp. Like, it's okay.
So the girls all pet Toto and they're happy he's okay, but then they kind of walk away and Galleria's like, they still hate me.
Even after all that.
They literally only came for Toto.
They literally only came for Toto, like Derek.
Iconic. Let's just shout that for all three of the other Cheetah Girls said, Toto's in danger, I gotta go help. Oh, it's over now? Get fucking lost, Galleria.
Derek's like, they all came running for the Cheetah distress signal, and Galleria says, no, they came for Toto. The Cheetah Girls are actually over. They're over. You're right, I just need to walk alone. And Derek's like, you were right to walk from Jackal, but are you right to walk from your friends?
Damn, Derek.
Galleria hears in her head, Cheetah!
Remember the movie?
It's so good. They don't cut to like a thought bubble or anything. It's just
Cheetah Girls is this disembodied voice that turns cheetahs.
And you just hear the audio. Like,
cheetahs.
This would be a perfect DCOM moment for like a montage of them being friends, but that's not it.
That's not what they do. It's such a better choice.
They don't have time.
Really long DCOM, actually.
It's fine.
Like Stuck in the Suburbs is like 45 minutes.
Well, Stuck in the Suburbs is notably really short, and they had it out.
Remember the movie, but we had no time in Cheetah Girls.
So she whispers something to Derek, and then like she steps out, and a piano starts. I don't know who's playing the piano. I guess Derek.
He brought his whole kit.
The three girls dramatically turn like one after another. It's incredible. And Galleria starts singing, there's a time when we all choose. And then the other girls start singing, to fill your heart. And they just immediately forgive her and start singing the song.
They're like, damn, through the power of song, I guess.
Yeah. And they all
that's what I'm saying. I don't think Galleria apologizes. I think she just...
You're right. She doesn't apologize to the girls, but she did apologize to Drinka.
Yeah.
So at least there's that, but she never apologized to her friends.
She's just like, hey, remember we're in a girl group?
Yeah, and then like, yes,
there's a time.
And they all hug, and then Derek shreds his guitar.
Yeah. Which also, did they put the power back on?
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta plug into this public outlet.
The firefighter's like, you can hook up to her.
Like, this is worth it.
Yeah.
We're gonna dance a part of this too.
The part where they turn, cause we are sisters, and they start walking, chant together. We make each other stronger, and they're never gonna. Though we don't look the same, our spots are different colors. We make each other stronger, that ain't ever gonna change. Bow, bow, bow now. We're Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
Believe it, mister.
Yeah, it's incredible. And again, filmed like a music video.
So good.
They all go off to their own little dance group.
Right.
Again, the first responders are part of the background
they
dancing.
start dancing with the first responders and the construction workers.
Yeah.
This is why it's like 9/11.
We all came
this
together.
This is what healed us. This was the end of 9/11.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We healed immediately after this moment. We saved a dog. We danced with brooms.
Yeah, Dorinda dances with the firefighters with brooms.
Because
she was a janitor.
The dance studio.
Toto also dances.
Also, in case you were wondering, this is not just like a dream sequence. They're actually doing this. We know this because they're still filming this for the news.
Yeah, why is the news still running?
Honestly, if there's like a dance party at a construction site after saving a dog, I would also film it.
This is just Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest.
Exactly.
What's also funny is that it does that like weird kind of slow-mo effect where it's like faded, whatever, and that is on the news. Like they are currently putting a filter.
They're doing
on
an insane
like,
live edit of the video. It's great.
Like the fisheye.
Yeah, there's usually a delay with like news coverage.
Yeah, so they're like quickly editing it.
Also, they're getting the sound editing incredible.
And Jackal's watching this, and they're like, "You really blew this one, Jackal."
Galleria already sent the news her demo tape, and so they already have the song.
So good. So then they finish, and it was incredible.
Not the end of the movie, though.
Not the end of the movie. They finished the song, and they go, "Yeah, we did it!" And then Galleria and Derek kiss.
Oh my god, they smooch.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
so good.
I'm so excited to see him in Cheetah Girls too.
After the show, Galleria's like, are we still friends even though the Cheetah Girls are over? And they're like,
The
what?
Cheetah Girls are over?
That's news to me.
Girl, you just sang a song about how you're Cheetah sisters and you think that the Cheetah Girls are over. And she's like, but I saw the Global Get Down thing. And they're like, no, that wasn't
Those
us.
are some other girls.
Yeah. But Doe, what about the money? And she says, well, my instructor's going to go on tour and I'm taking over the beginner class. I'm waiting for the real Cheetah Cheddar with my girls. Why didn't you just go on the tour?
She should have just...
fucking Cheetah Cheddar.
I get that the cheetahs do end up getting, like, money.
Yeah, but not right
Well,
now.
and not even in the second movie. It's only the third movie.
They went on tour, right?
They, like, did
Came
that
back.
They did a
competition.
contest in Barcelona.
Yeah, they did a
No, but
competition.
like they do a performance after coming back on tour, right? Is that the second one?
I thought that was another birthday party.
They're in camo.
The first
The
song,
outfits are
the
very
party's
important.
just
Is
begun.
that the opener you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
That's like for the graduation at their high school.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, I'm so glad to be back. After
oh,
being
maybe.
On tour.
I don't know. We'll have to
We'll
see.
have
when
to
we
see.
watch
That's
the
a Cheetah
second
Girls 2 question.
Yeah, that's
we got to
fair.
judge this in isolation.
Fair. This hasn't happened yet.
one. So then Dorinda's mom and sister come to meet everyone, and the sister's like, I want to be a Cheetah Girl too. They're like,
Nah,
oh.
bitch.
And
This
then-
isn't Princess Diaries 2. Not everyone's a princess.
Not everyone gets to stick their hand out of their
me,
mouth.
me too small, too piccolo.
Me too piccolo.
Man, there's so many direct references to Princess Diaries 2 for Royal Engagement.
And then the moms meet the foster mom, and they're like, yes, another mom. Fuck Aqua's mom.
Yeah, Aqua doesn't
Where
have
is she?
parents.
She's dead. She's in that hole.
Yeah, and then Drinka makes an announcement. The Cheetah Girls win the talent show.
Bullshit.
The
They
talent
shouldn't
show
have-
is over.
I would have said that it's rigged. and
I don't get why
bullshit.
everyone just accepts this. I get they have the best performance, but like
They do
even
not
Camp
perform
Rock had the
at
audacity
the
to be
talent
like,
show.
hey, someone who's not a part of the performance can't
Yeah,
win.
they were kicked out.
Yeah, also, it was not in the theater. It's
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's on the
and the
street.
winner of the talent show is the guy breakdancing outside.
It's the firefighters with the brooms.
Yeah, they did really great. America's finest, my true heroes.
Yeah.
God bless our troops.
And then Galleria gets a phone call, and it's like, it's Jackal Johnson. And the way they don't let him speak at all, they just keep passing the phone around.
It's incredible.
Will you let him know that we do things our own cheetah way?
If this is like any corporate thing, it's someone's secretary and she's like, Jackal Johnson, please hold.
Yeah,
and they're
like,
on
literally.
hold right now.
And they're going, oh, you so
You
stupid.
can tell Jackal he can suck his own dick. He is the fucking worst. He's a snake. He's a cheater. He's a liar.
And one more thing. And let me talk too.
We were just saying, Jackal, if it was him, 100% had already hung up after
Yeah.
like the first 5 seconds.
There.
Like, I'm not wasting my minutes on this.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have to pay for minutes.
So they hang up on him and they cheer, and then the fireworks go up, and it says Cheetah Girls
in the same
In the
font.
same
in the
font.
same font that their little neon signs are.
They're very distinct font that is
Yes.
very
Also,
dated.
Can we talk about the trophy, which is just a disco
It's a
ball?
disco
It's just
on
a
like a
disco ball.
banana hanger.
It's so good, actually. I love
And
it.
they cover it slightly with like a little red blanket. And they're like, I wonder what it is.
A disco ball, because she's obsessed with her like one hit drink of champagne. Yeah, and that's the end of the movie. That is Cheetah Girls.
Iconic.
The Cheetah Girls.
Iconic.
I love this movie.
I think it was attempting to be so much. Like, I think they wanted to like have a doll line. They wanted to have like
Yeah,
everything.
And they
Like,
kind of succeeded.
they kind of succeeded, and then High School Musical blew up. Like Cheetah Girls walked, so High School Musical.
Exactly.
Imagine a world without High School Musical. Think about how different the reactions to Cheetah Girls would be.
Right. But I think they didn't go as hard, like merch-wise.
No.
They did not push
No.
it as hard as they should have.
No, they didn't.
Like,
But and also it hurts that the third movie is A, bad, and B, more importantly, the most important character's not in it
Exactly.
because they were having internal drama.
Yeah.
Right. Also, she was like, 20. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was kind of over it, I think.
right.
But yeah. So, final Jank House ranking of this movie was
Shockingly low because Kelsey and I like this movie more than the rest of the house.
Yeah, so it was at 40.
Which is not it was not a terrible spot
horrible.
even if you think about that.
Benji has it at 34, and I have it at 22 because, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially in our combined ranking, it gets bumped up. A, because
Yeah.
there's a difference there. They're rewatching it this time. the parts that I dislike about Cheetah Girls, I feel like I forgive more.
Yeah.
And that's really where like the stuff that was good remained good.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I was more upset about in the first couple times, I feel like I'm like, nah, I'm less annoyed by that.
Yeah, I have it in A tier.
Yeah,
that feels right to me.
Like I've rewatched this like 2 times as an adult now, and I've immediately forgotten everything that I forgot about as a child.
Yeah.
It's like, who's Derek?
Yeah, who the hell's Derek? But there's a special little moment like dog in a hole that's bad.
Dog in a hole that's bad.
It felt like it didn't matter.
The animal masks, like the fucking performances.
Chanel saying Dorinda's black.
Exactly.
You either walk with the devil or you don't.
Right. Like,
the songs are so good.
There's like probably
I just wish there were more.
Arguably the best DCOM song.
It's up there.
No skips.
Yeah.
Because there's only 4 songs.
The second one, I think, has some songs that are better, but also has a lot of songs that are worse.
Exactly.
Because there's just a lot more songs.
There's just a ton more songs in the second one. There are skips in the second one, but like the first one in the movie, there's only 4 songs, and they're all bangers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Cheetah Girls.
That's Cheetah Girls.
Any further notes you want to make about Cheetah Girls or yourself, or anything you want to shout out?
No, you don't need to find me. I just like really appreciate this movie in a time where they were pushing like girl power, but also girl power feminism in a way that's like, buy our stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's girly. It's hyper feminine. Girls can do anything boys can do as long as it's pink. Like, love that. Love Cheetah Girls. Pure nostalgia. Like, I think it's a product of its time. Like, love it. 10 out of 10. Top movie.
10 out of 10 would make another Cheetah Girls again.
Yeah.
And they did.
Let's make 5 more.
I think 3's enough.
We'll do a trilogy. It's Star Wars.
All right. Well, thank you to my real life Cheetah sister for coming on this episode.
Anytime.
You will be back for Cheetah Girls 2 when we eventually
week.
do that. We're doing it. We're running it back next week.
Once you roll the wheel, spin the wheel, and it's Cheetah Girls.
That would really be funny.
That would be funny.
Speaking of the wheel, we do have to roll and see what our next episode's going to be. We also make bets on what we think it's going to be. So, Courtney, you can also bet. Here's kind of a scroll of ones.
Have we done Quince yet?
Yes.
Damn. I'm a fake fan. Sorry.
You haven't listened to our quiz episode? That's such a good movie.
I'm catching up. Sorry. You're these 4-hour-long podcasts. They're really.
We may have these be longer than they should be, but hey, you were a part of it. Now this one 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
It's not even hitting 3.
Something new, like Wizards of Waverly Place.
We've already covered that.
What the fuck? Well, fucking. Sweet Life on Deck, the movie.
We already
got
that. We've done over. This is our 60th episode.
We're halfway.
So we're halfway.
Actually, important to note.
The one about the girl in South Africa.
Oh, Color
of
Friendship.
Yeah, Color of Friendship.
All right.
You could. That is a
valid
bet.
pick.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Our next thing we're actually doing is our mini-sode.
Oh yeah. Okay. So shout out to our mini-sode. In 1 week, we will release our mini-sode where we rank the last 10 movies we watched. Oh my God, we have Cheetah Girls, High School Musical 2, and Minutemen in the same 10.
Bangers.
This is gonna be crazy. We're also gonna do a special other thing. I'm pushing for fan fiction because we have High School Musical 2 and Minutemen and Cheetah Girls. Like,
what if Troy and Chad kiss?
Yeah, like I really do want to read that. So see if I can convince Benji to let me do it again. And then the week after that, we will watch our next DCOM.
Which
Courtney
I'm
Color Friendship.
Gonna predict 'Twas the Night.
Oh God, that's a
gotta get a Christmas movie in the middle of February.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah, you can change your answer. Cowbells. Courtney thinks Cowbells. Benji thinks 'Twas the Night.
What should be Color of Friendship?
I'm gonna say Princess Protection Program.
Yeah.
The PPP.
PPP.
The triple P, as we call it.
Let's spin the wheel. Ooh. Full Court Miracle.
I think watch this one.
It's
about basketball.
Yep, basketball. They're Jewish.
Jewish basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like the Jewish like boys choir?
But it's basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
And our intro next time is just gonna be Ocean Light.
Well, I'm sure Benji's excited for this one because I know you really like this one. It was surprisingly pretty good.
I do really like Full Court Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
It's my type. I like sports movies. You can like your
Sports
romance
movies are the
movies.
best
I like my
movies.
sports movies.
I love a movie about a sport.
Like,
and they're like, you did it.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, except he wants to be a chef instead of play.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off slaps.
It does. All right, so tune in 1 week for a mini-sode and 2 weeks for Full Court Miracle.
Woo!
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
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 Scenes from our next episode.
Dreidel. Woo! Dreidel. Woo!
This is a real song. I know you got a contract to play for the actual NBA, but you have to coach our Jewish school basketball team.
What do you think's gonna help you with your homelessness more? Coaching our high school team, middle school team, maybe, or playing in the NBA?
Come on!
Think about it.
Oh my god, the power's gonna go off during the game.
Is that always in a DCOM?
Oh my god, this light, our generator, definitely doesn't have enough oil to let us get our 11-point comeback.
Oh, we won! Power's off! We won though! Don't take backsies!
No take backs.
Also just this song.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
Alright, that's that.